Famcast Media. Bitch. Straight up at the dungeon, motherfucker, better dodge. Johnny Rich got the spliff in the gun, stay taught, don't hate. Catch your faith in the hoes, rotten as they come, so welcome to the show. Pack another boast, make a hoe get down. Pack another boast, make a hoe get down. Another motherfucking episode come around, man, I put the shit on, kid, need it right now. Pack another boast, make a hoe get down. Pack another boast, make a hoe get down. Another motherfucking episode come around, man, I put the shit on, kid, need it right now for the dungeon. Strap in, motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, Dee motherfucking Rotten.
And welcome to From the Dungeon Podcast, episode 144. And no, motherfuckers, it's not a fucking green screen. I am actually here at fucking Lucky 13 with the homie fucking Jeff. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
How's everything going with you, man?
Everything's going all right, man. Can't complain.
Man?
No.
How's the business? How's everything going over here?
Everything's going all right, man. You know, we're kind of getting fucking... It's up and down, you know what I mean? With all these fucking mandates going on and shit like that. But it's up and down. It's all right, though. I really can't fucking... I shouldn't complain, but I can always complain about it.
I mean, dude, come on, man. I mean, you're like, you know, you got a fucking, you know, you got a business here and shit, man. That's all this fucking state wants to do is just fucking squeeze and squeeze and squeeze.
It's fucking maddening. And just like when we you know, when all of a sudden we opened back up and things were getting back to fucking normal, and it was like, all right, man, dude, we were killing it. Like, things were fucking great. Bands started booking and things like that. And then all of a sudden, you know, a month goes by, and I was like, right now we're going to do this other thing. We're going to fucking hold you back a little bit. We're going to put vaccine fucking regulations on shit. Jesus. So that kind of pulled everything back again, where it's like, you know, business has dropped off a little bit. Bands are dropping off because some bands coming from out of town. Like New York bands don't want to get vaccinated. Some of them don't want to get vaccinated. No. So, but it's just, yeah, it's been fucking maddening. Totally fucking maddening. I'm glad I'm not my booking agent, the guy that books here.
Oh, you got Kevin Castle.
Yeah, so
that's the
Kevin,
man, dude.
Yeah,
I listen to his fucking... Wow, I sound like a fucking fanboy. Kev Castle and fucking Baseball Chickie. It was DT and KC show, or he goes on Wrestling Suit. I was hoping I fucking saw that motherfucker when I walked in the door, bro. I was like, yo, I'm a fucking fan of like all the wrestling shit that he fucking does.
Yeah, no, Kevin's fucking great, man. And like, we just had some bands cancel. Hopefully I didn't leave my fucking phone on when the hell with it. Whatever. I fucking, because he's supposed to call me later, but he's like, he's having a fucking nightmare of like booking bands and all this kind of shit because we'll get them and then they'll drop off because, you know, the fucking mandates or somebody's getting sick with COVID or whatever. It's just been fucking crazy. So
holy shit, man. I forgot, dude. In my mind, I'm like, when I'm driving over here, I'm like, yeah, Kev Castle works there. Kev Castle works there. And then I'm like, when I get here, blank.
Yeah.
only name I remember was Jeff. I walked in, I was like, Jeff.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, Kevin's great, man. It's been good working with him ever since we got back. Like, we worked with him a little bit before COVID happened, and then once COVID happened, and then Blackthorn shut down, and he was like, dude, you know, I want to come, you know, do full time over there. So it's been fucking. Good.
So Blackthorn fucking.
Yeah, Blackthorn's not doing it anymore. From what I heard, they may open again at some point. I don't know much about it, but they may do something somewhere else. But yeah, Blackthorn's not doing anything anymore.
Jesus fucking Christ! So they basically just fucking just hacking away at all. I mean, shit, dude. I mean, there's no more. We don't have fucking Coney Island High. We don't got CBGBs. We don't got fucking hardly anything, bro.
Yeah, dude. There's so many places opening up now, though. You know, you got Vitus, Kingsland. That other place that was the Arrogant Swine, they just changed their name to something else. You got Gold Sounds, all these places over in Bushwick.
Like I remember fucking like Lion's Den and fucking like BB King and shit or fucking shit like that.
Manhattan's dead though now. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to Manhattan anymore. Everybody's going to fucking Brooklyn. You know.
And it was funny, dude. Nobody wanted to come out here.
Yeah, no. Before nobody wanted to come out to fucking Brooklyn.
You know.
I remember too. Like there was a place that opened up in Red Hook called the Hook.
Okay.
They opened up there for a little while, and there was some, and like, it was in like a rough area, Red Hook, you know, but it was a great spot because it was in the middle of fucking nowhere. But you know, unfortunately, they closed down because it was hard to get people out there. But I mean, nobody's like Red Hook's tough because there's no public transportation out there. But I hit God out there, man. It was fucking great.
I remember my brother took me to New York when I was like fucking. I'm born in '77. And he took me to New York when I was like fucking 10.
Yeah.
So it's like, because they used to have this big arcade on like 42nd Street over there. It was a big arcade by 42nd Street.
All right.
Like 42nd and Broadway over that way. And I remember fucking just seeing like chicks.
Oh, yeah.
Out there in like bikinis and shit. And he's like, stay close to me. And I'm like, why? He's like, just fucking stay close to me. And I'm like, A couple years down the line, I turned like 15. We're coming over here going, look at this is what the fucking bitches, all these fucking bitches out here on 42nd.
Yeah. It was crazy. Listen, my first time
before Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. It was crazy when my first trip into New York. I'm originally from Massachusetts. My first trip into New York, came in with some friends. It was the same fucking thing. And one of my friends had been here before, and he's like, yo, just stick together. Yeah. Any girl comes up and talks to you, just keep fucking walking, because they're going to try and go through your pockets also. And it was funny. So there was 3 of us.
Yeah.
Me and my friend are like walking. All of a sudden, we lost one of the guys. I'm like, well, what the fuck? And then we turn around. He's standing there talking to fucking 2 chicks. You know, like, dude, just keep up, man. Keep up.
It's like fucking like what was it? When Leonardo DiCaprio came out with the Basketball Diaries, I was like, holy fuck, dude. That's what it was, man.
Yeah.
You know, fucking peep shows, fucking cocks through the fucking holes, and all that fucking crazy shit.
Man. Yeah. It was fucking crazy back then. It was crazy, and then I remember when I moved to New York permanently in '97. And
before we get over there, you say you're from Boston, right?
Originally outskirts. Like
we're supposed to hate you, bro.
Yeah,
we're supposed to hate you, bro. You know, you broke the curse of the Bambino.
You know, it's funny, man. I'm not a sports guy. You know, I grew up playing sports.
I'm not either, Joe. But everybody knows the curse of the Bambino.
No, I know. And it was funny though, man. Because listen, growing up in Massachusetts, like, kind of fucking turned me off for sports because they're so fucking extreme out there, and to me, it's just like, Joe, it's just a game. Fucking relax, you know what I mean? So I started.
I heard if you go over there and you're wearing a Yankee hat, they walk up to you and say, "Take that shit the fuck off."
I mean, it happens. It happens. I remember I was out there probably like early 2000. I was out there, went to go visit my family around July 4th, and there's like, up by Plymouth, they have a big fucking fireworks show, whatever, and some dude apparently in a Yankees hat got beat up with a baseball bat, and it's like,
what the fuck,
dude? They take this shit really fucking seriously.
Too fucking serious, dude.
And I was like, bro, at the time, I was like, I just want to smoke weed and listen to metal, man. Like, I'm not into this shit. You know?
Like, did they get mad at you that you weren't fucking, going around, let's go fuck those Yankee motherfuckers out? Like,
yeah, there was, well, it's funny, man. Like, I had a small group of friends when I lived there. Like, it was, we were all kind of the misfits, so, but yeah, no, man, I never got into the whole sports thing. And that was a whole fucking turnoff for me, And it was funny because and I would go back to Massachusetts and people like, yo, you Red Sox or Yankees now? I'm like, and I would say Yankees just to be a dick,
I mean, the only reason why I even know this fucking shit is because I got 3 brothers and 4 sisters.
Yeah.
And fucking one of my brother and my father, bro, fuck. Everything is sports to them.
Dude, you walk into my parents' house, there's fucking Red Sox and Yankee shit all over the fucking place.
I couldn't do it, bro. Like, my dad would walk up to me and be like, talk to me about sports, and I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, get the fuck out of here. Where's your brother? And like, you talk to my older brother and shit.
Dude, it was the same shit for me. Dude, I remember I was back. I was like in the kitchen making a sandwich or something like that. And my dad's in the other room, and he's like, "Yo, Jeff, you gotta come in. You gotta come see this." And I fucking go walking. He's like, "You gotta see this play on the TV." And I'm like, "Yo, I could give a shit." That's the last time he called me for that.
Oh fuck, man. But man. I mean, I really don't understand the whole anything about sports. Like, I mean, I know what the fucking, if I watch football, I know what the fuck's going on. If I watch baseball, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand, like the rivalry, bro. Like.
I don't get it, man. It doesn't do anything for me. Like, I get bored, like, sitting there watching a game. Like, I love going to Super Bowl parties. That's cool with me. I can deal with a Super Bowl party. It's
to me, it's just a fucking drinking fest, and you got to eat some food and shit.
Exactly. But yeah, no, sports never, I used to play a little bit when I was younger, but I was never very good at it, so.
Yeah, I never. I was a fucking. I mean, I'm fat now, but I mean, when I was a teenager, motherfuckers out there, I was a $140.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's when I was younger, I was the fucking fat kid, bro. They called my bicycle the Chubmobile.
They make you do the truffle shuffle?
No. Lucky that motherfucking shit didn't come out. Actually, no, it was. Yeah, no. Well, I could say I grew up in the ghetto.
Okay.
They weren't watching that.
Yeah,
they weren't watching
the Goonies.
You watch the Goonies, but are you watching that fat white boy shit? That stuff I kept at home, bro.
Yeah, it's funny, man. When I played sports, I was horrible under pressure. Like, I couldn't deal with fucking. Like, if I played sports with my friends, we'd be playing whatever, I did really well.
Yeah.
But like, if I played and all of a sudden there was a crowd watching us and I had to fucking perform, like, I remember getting fly balls and just fucking dropping them because I couldn't handle the pressure.
Like right now, you don't even know. Like when I came into your the Lucky 13, like I'm a shy fucking inside kind of person. Yeah. I don't talk to nobody, so to me it's just like weird that I. Because I used to play in bands and stuff, and I'm like, why am I playing in bands when I don't like fucking being around people? Yeah. And now I'm doing podcasting, and I'm scared to talk to people, but I'm like, maybe this will help, a little bit, man.
Yeah. Listen, it was the same. Honestly, opening the bar helped me out a lot because I was like that too. Even playing in bands, dude. Like I'm a bass player too. I kind of sit in the back corner and fucking do my thing, and even like even when I do vocals in my band, like I don't talk much. I just do it and get off the fucking stage. You know what I mean? But like. Being here, like I have to be social. I have to talk to people and stuff like that. It kind of forced me to like do that, and I imagine the same shit for you doing this.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I it took a lot of balls for me. Even like when I asked you, I was like, he's gonna say no. He's gonna say no. He's gonna say. And you're like, yeah, sure. I was like, oh fuck. And then I grabbed my wife. I'm like, you think he'll let me do it in the bar? She's like, ask. And then when you say yes, I was like, he said yes.
Dude, I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way.
So you come from Boston, right? So you were like born and raised in Boston? What part of Boston?
I was born and raised. It was about 30 minutes outside of Boston. Small town called Halifax. It was like very small town. Like, if I wanted to go for excitement, I would go to Boston or Providence, Rhode Island.
Like some shit out of like Stand By Me or something? Or It?
Yeah, kind of It is. I get more Stand By Me, I guess, in that sort of way. It was a fucking small town. There was not a lot of people there, but it's grown a lot now, but it's still like... It's still small town. There's still one traffic light. There's there's a Walmart. There's one gas station. There might be two. There's 2 gas stations, but one's on the other side of town.
And like everybody knows everybody's business. Everybody knows everything.
Back then they did. I have no idea how it is now, but especially being that kid, and my parents were really involved in like sports and school system and all that kind of shit. So
now what made you leave Boston?
Are you kidding me? The day I graduated high school, I was like, fucking, I'm out. Like
really.
Pretty much, like it was within a couple weeks after I graduated high school. I had a friend who moved to Massachusetts to my high school, and he was like this. He introduced me to a ton of bands. Like he was when he first introduced me to death metal and like certain hardcore bands and all this kind of stuff. And he was originally from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh
and,
shit!
Yeah. So he's like, dude. He's like, as soon as I graduate, man, I'm going to move back to Scranton. You should join my band. And I didn't know how to play. I had a bass guitar, but I didn't know how to play it.
Nah.
He's like, dude, it's like 3 notes. You can totally fucking play it. Move there and be in my band. And I'm like, I had nothing going on. I graduated high school, and I didn't plan on going to college. And so I was like, fuck it, let's go.
Parents just said,
Yeah, they were like, yeah, if you want to go ahead.
Oh, shit, man. See, they don't do that no more, man. Parents don't do that no more.
Listen, I give my parents credit. Like, they didn't really hold me back from that kind of shit. Like, and listen, also, too, as soon as I graduated, my dad's like, yo, you're not going to college, rent's due next week. I'm like, oh,
You know what's fucking funny? My mom said the same shit.
No shit. It's a motivator, though, man. You know what I mean? Like,
but I looked at it as like, I could see in hindsight where my mom was coming from because there was 8 of us.
Yeah.
And if 8 of us at least doing like $200 a month, then that would fucking clear the rent up.
Hell
you know?
Hell
so
yeah.
I mean, like now I look at it, I'm like, I was a fucking dick pissing and moaning back then, you know?
Well, listen, I had to come back and with my tail between my legs for a minute because I like.
So what happened when you went to Scranton?
So I went to Scranton. I was there for maybe almost 2 years, and it was a
Scranton because even like now I know people that like move to Scranton. Scranton's a little fucking shaky, you know what I mean?
Scranton is totally shady,
Yeah.
dude. Like it's a small big city, and those they're tough motherfuckers there. They really are, man. Like, and I got into a lot of trouble there, and that's when I first started coming to New York City. And like I still am in touch with a couple of the guys that I was friends with out there, but it's a tough little city, man, and there's some strong dudes out there, but it's also a fucking poor city.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fucking drugs out, a lot of meth motherfucking shit out there right now.
Oh yeah,
a lot of meth,
dude. Well, we were going. I mean, at the time, we would go from Scranton, we'd go to Spanish Harlem and buy drugs in Spanish Harlem. Because, dude, you used to just pull up to a stoplight and you'd get bombarded by with with like, dude, what do you want? What do you want? What do you need? You know what I mean? And then we'd go back to Scranton with the shit, So, like, all the drugs, we would bring some drugs back with us, too. And doing most of them before we got home. But
that's what they're there for, man.
Exactly. But I was young, too, man. Like, I was 18, 19 years old, and I had never been outside of my small town, so I was very naive and getting into shit that was way above my fucking, way over my head. But it helped me grow up very fucking fast, you know? Because I also had to support myself, so I had to have a full-time job out there. I was playing in a band out there, and I think I was making like $6 an hour, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
dude, that was some bullshit pay back then,
yeah,
bro.
man, yeah. And I mean, out there, I imagine the pay is... I started working at this fucking paint factory called UGL out there, right? And there was this guy named Bubba, and Bubba came up to me, and he's like, listen, man, he's like, go back to Boston. Get the fuck out of here. He's like, I've been working here 25 years. I make $12 an hour. He's like, and they just gave me this fucking plaque, and the plaque was broken. I was like, oh shit. I'm sure Bubba's dead by now, but fucking thank you, Bubba, for just telling me to get the fuck out of there.
Did you take Bubba's advice? You fucking just after that, or it took a little while?
It took a while, man. I stayed for a while. The band I was playing in, they were getting all fucked up on drugs, and I ended up leaving. You know, like hard drugs got involved, and then I dabbled in it a little bit myself, but I was like, yo, it's not for me. And then we did 2 trips. This is what sent me home. We did 2 trips to New York City. One weekend we came in, one dude overdosed.
Oh, shit.
And he like overdosed right in this chick's apartment, who was like, had half of her face shot off with a shotgun, and it was...
What?
Yeah, this chick named Millie. So half of her face was shot off with a shotgun. And so she was always wiping her face because half of her fucking face was missing, right? And we were in her apartment. She got us the drugs. And, like, I don't know how this one guy...
Okay, hold on. You know the rules, man.
Yeah.
When you got a bunch of guys, right, somebody's got to take one for the team.
Yeah,
was somebody taking one for the team?
No, nobody took one for the team. Nobody took one for the team. So we were there. We were at her apartment, and one of the dudes ended up... I remember sitting on the couch, and I look over, and the dude's blue. And I was like, oh, my fucking God. So we ended up like, and I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I'm like new to the game. Like, I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? You know, just dude, Tommy's blue. And they fucking, they check Millie, everybody strips him down. We take him in the bathtub and fucking shooting him up with salt water shots. It was crazy. And when he ended up we ended up dragging him down the stairs and calling an ambulance. Of course, there's no phones back then. She didn't have a phone in her apartment. And she had to bang on the neighbors. No one called the fucking ambulance. We're sitting there doing CPR on him. Until it was kind of grimy, but the fucking, we saw the ambulance pulling up. We heard the ambulance pulling up, and we fucking ran because we had fucking drugs all in our pocket. You know what I mean? But he got ambulance attention, and he ended up surviving, which was crazy. He was in the fucking coma and shit for a while. But he ended up surviving.
I hope that shit set him straight.
No, well, from what I hear, I know he's still alive, but some of these guys, man, that I was hanging out with there didn't make it. You know what I mean? Some of them either ended up in prison or dead, you know?
Fuck.
But from what I know, I think he's kind of... but his brother passed away from a heroin overdose literally like a month before this happened, which was crazy. And we had to go to his parents' house, and I didn't know him. I was kind of the quiet kid in the corner because these guys grew up with him. Yeah. And I'm just kind of like the fucking whatever, the new kid. And they're like, you know, we had to bring Tommy to the hospital. He just OD'd on fucking heroin. And it's like... And his parents... It was horrible. So that happened the one weekend. So the next weekend... everybody's like, oh, we're gonna go out and visit Tommy in the fucking hospital, you know. And so they and I borrowed this dude's car. I had a car, but my car was all fucked up, so I borrowed this other dude's car, and we drive back out. But we gotta get drugs before we go to visit him at the hospital. Yeah. Right? So we go pick up some drugs. All of a sudden, the dude in the back seat starts ODing. And it was like, what the fuck?
What was the drug of choice as fucking, you know, as fucking Uncle Al would fucking say?
It was Speedball. Speedball was the big thing that what we're doing. So, and I remember, dude, I wasn't Speedball, I was doing coke, and I remember we pulled up, the dude's in the back seat ODing, and I'm so coked up, and I'm driving this other dude's car with a stick shift, and I'm so coked up, like I look over at I had to pull up to a cop and be like, can you tell me where a fucking hospital is? And my jaw's all fucked up, and I'm just like...
You got lockjaw and shit?
Yeah.
Ah.
And he's just like 2 blocks that way, and I was like, oh, thank God. So we went to the fucking hospital, and then it was like, dude, I'm going back to I ended up getting home that night and calling my parents up and being like, hey... can I come back home? They're like, yeah, please come back home. You know what I mean? So,
shit.
So, yeah, and there was other shit that I got arrested in New York where one of the guys had a gun on him. It was a whole fucking thing. So there was all sorts of crazy shit that went on.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. It was wild. So
what was you like? Just like 18, 19?
Yeah, I was 19 years old.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. So it was a lot, man. But it really when I went back to my parents' house, like they're very cool people, a very lower middle class, My dad's a construction guy, but like good people, you know.
Yeah.
And so I went back there, and I started getting, like, the first couple of weeks, I was, like, mentally fucked up, but then I started going into Boston to score drugs in Boston.
Okay.
And I started doing them a little bit, and then I was like, I woke up one morning, and I was like, yo, like, I'm in my parents' house. I'm like, I can't do this to them. You know what I mean? They're good people. And it kind of, like, it straightened me out for a long fucking time. It was for a long time. I didn't know.
That's the one thing, even to this day, bro. Like, I mean, I don't have my dad, but I still have my mom.
Yeah.
And even to this day, I won't drink in front of her.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even like smoking cigarettes in front of her. I felt like a fucking loser. Smoking cigarettes in front of my mom. She'd look at me and I'd be like, yeah, you gave me life. Yeah. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even, like my fucking boys would give me, like, a joint and shit. And, like, you know, I hope none of them are fucking listening to this shit. But my boys would give me a joint. I smoked one time in the bathroom. And I woke up the next day, I felt like a piece of dog shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, my mom's downstairs, my dad's in the next room, my brothers and sisters, nieces, nephews. I'm like, man. I'm like, fuck, dude.
See, I didn't feel that way about drink. I wasn't a big drinker growing up, but I smoked a lot of pot growing up. But yeah, I didn't get any of the hard shit till.
I mean, alcoholism ran in my family, so like, it didn't trip on it didn't trip on me.
Good.
But it got my brothers and some other ones, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and my mom fucking. And the funny thing too, my mom my mom's 82 right now.
All right.
When she was in her late 50s, she just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start drinking.
Yeah.
So she would drink a 40 with my brother. It'd be weird watching my mom drink a 40 of King Cobra with my fucking brother and shit. It's like, and then she would just sit there and like fucking like bombard me with like fucking, why don't you talk to me? Why? And I'm like, I'm getting scolded by my drunk mom, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this world?
Well,
man?
at least she wasn't an angry drunk. You know what I mean?
No.
That's good. That's good.
Nah, she was a fucking she was a sweetheart, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
good.
just she get the headaches. So you know.
Well, drinking that shit will give you a fucking headache.
Fucking
too.
King Cobra. I that's like the one drink I couldn't get down with. Bro.
Yeah. Malt liquor I can't do. Like fuck.
Well, Old English that was the only thing.
Old English was all right.
Because it was gangster, rap. It was gangster. You know, you drinking Old English.
Yeah, and Colt 45 I liked to drink for a while, but then it just caught up to me, and it was like,
that was Billy D style though, man.
Do that anymore? Yeah.
That's fun. That's also too fucking gutter crush shit, man.
Yeah. I know Gutter's a big fucking big Colt 45.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, I did a podcast one time, and I had a guest come on, and he bought me a 40 of Old English, and I just looked at him like, I can't drink that anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Like, give me a bottle of Bud or something. I was like, I can't drink that, dude. You're like...
Yeah, the older you get, I don't know, man, I graduate from beer the older I get. You know what I mean? Now all I do is drink, like, Heinekens and fucking... I can drink Budweiser in a can, but, like, for the most part... Like,
I can't even drink a Heineken, bro.
Yeah,
I can't. It wrecks me.
Yeah.
One or two Heinekens, and I'm just like... You know? I'll drink a fucking, like, I'll just take a Bud. A Bud is piss water.
Yeah.
Takes about 6 or 7 of them to start you feeling it.
Yeah, Buds are easy going, man. They're easy.
Oh man, so when you're up in Boston,
Yep,
you're up at your parents' house or whatever, you know, you know, let's just say you got an epiphany or whatnot.
Yeah,
you want to fucking straighten everything out.
Yeah,
you came back.
Well, so that's what. So I stayed up in Massachusetts for another almost 3 years. So 19 to 20. I moved 4 years. I moved to New York when I was 24. So I was.
We got a little comment here. Sienna, that's a young lady who listens to the show she's from Indiana, Larry Bird country.
Oh, what's up, Sienna? Oh, yeah.
And she said, I don't do hard drugs, and my stomach doesn't agree with hard liquor, but I think I drink the Poochies. What the fuck is Poochies?
The Poochie. I don't know what Poochie is. Maybe some Indiana drink.
That's some Indiana, some Larry Bird shit, bro.
Yeah.
But so you.
Yeah, so I was up in Boston for about 4 years, and then the drummer that I was with in Scranton, who was getting all fucked up too.
Yeah.
His dad lived up in Massachusetts also, and he was like, dude, I got to get my shit together too. So he moved back in with his dad, and he was a drummer, and I was a bass player, and we ended up forming a band while we were up there, and we formed this band called Punch the Clown. It was like a hardcore band from that was from the Boston area. We had this other guitar player. We had a couple guitar players. Went through some guitar players and stuff like that. The guy Ron ended up leaving the band, though, the drummer who we originally formed it with.
Yeah.
And then I was in this band, Punch the Clown, from the South Shore of Mass for a couple years, man.
Is there any music out there?
There's some, there's some music. There's a lot of the stuff you won't hear me on because I left, like, they got bigger. They actually started doing a little more after I left because it turned into a lot of that, The hardcore stuff, like it was like hardcore metal stuff, but it started getting too gangster stuff for me. Like there was always fights at shows, and everything was like that was happening. It wasn't me. It wasn't my scene. You know what I mean? So I ended up leaving and moving to New York. But like they did a little, but there's still some Punch the Clown stuff out there.
When you came to Manhattan, where'd you go?
So I went to Queens first. I moved to Astoria, Queens. I moved so that's how I ended up.
What year was that?
That was 97. I moved there with this girl. She was born and raised in Marine Park, and she wanted to move to New York City and was like, move back to New York City. And at the time, I just left the band I was in, and I was working a construction job. She was like, "You want to move to New York with me?" I was like, "Fuck it, why not? I got nothing else going on." You know what I mean? So, I ended up moving to New York. And
how was Queens back? Because I mean, when I was growing up, man, it's like you. I'm gonna say white boys stayed out of the Bronx.
Yeah.
We stayed out of certain parts of Brooklyn. Queens was like a coin flip, you know, and you really didn't go to Staten Island or Long Island.
Yeah, no, Queens was cool because it was like what I liked about Queens. It was really, there was all different types of people. I mean, just in the building I was in, it was Irish, Italian, Spanish, Black, like it was everything, and there was a Korean, and like I lived in this big building, and it was kind of cool, like the mishmash of people in Queens. So I think at that time it was a good starter place to move to New York. So,
well, it's fucking probably true. It was probably like, I would say that in fucking Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Would have been, the two spots back then.
Some of the spots in Brooklyn. I mean, this neighborhood. I mean, where we're in right now. I mean, this was not a fucking nice neighborhood at all over here when back in the day, back in like '97 and shit like that. I remember coming over here and there was like, chicks walking up and down the streets over here and shit like that. So it was definitely a different.
Kind of like how the meat package was in the '80s.
Yeah. It definitely was not.
This is a funny thing too. Like I told one of my friends this, bro. I was like, "Yo, I think I figured out why they called it the meat packing district." Because there was always a bunch of fucking young boys selling their ass, and they would get their fucking, packed with meat.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, that's gotta be why they call it the meat packing district.
Yeah. Fucking A. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy back then, but it was cool. Like, I mean, CB's was still there. Coney Island High was still there.
That was the spot. I went there once, dude.
Yeah.
One time, bro. I think we were like fucking 16, 17. I just was like, just go in. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
That was the coolest fucking spot in the world, man.
Yeah, Coney Island High was cool, man. I liked all those old spaces, all those old places. What the hell was there? Fuck, man.
There was one right around the corner from Coney Island High. I think it was fucking Continental.
That
was right there.
Yeah.
Well, you also had the Lion, like we said, the Lions Den.
Lions Den. You had Wetlands.
Yeah, Wetlands was that Wetlands was one spot I never got to go to.
Yeah, I saw a couple hardcore shows at Wetlands.
Like my boys saw VOD at Wetlands.
Yeah,
I was like the only person I knew. One guy that went to Wetlands and shit.
Yeah, and then I saw one of my girlfriend at the time too. Her cousin's band. She was in like some Grateful Dead kind of band. I remember going to Wetlands to go see that too. There was I saw a couple shows over there.
Like to me, I always thought like when I heard the Wetlands, I just thought like a big was it like a big fucking room?
Yeah,
with
no, it was
a stage?
small room. It was a small room. Yeah, it was pretty small.
Oh, I pictured like I don't know if you ever been to the Birch Hill when the Birch Hill was around in New Jersey.
No.
Like it's just like I would say like maybe 4 fucking times the size of this room.
All right.
Like that was that was that's just the floor.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I pictured Wetlands as. I didn't picture it like as a small joint.
Yeah, I was only over there like 2 or 3 times, and it was right when I first got here. And yeah, it was a pretty small room. It had like the stage kind of like on the side, I think. I saw Candiria there one time. I don't remember. Yeah, it was weird.
Fucking Candiria, dude.
My fucking dude, and it's so weird. Like these guys that I know that can rattle off dates and what bands they saw. I'm so bad like that. I burn my brain cells out. I don't know.
Dude, I'm no good with that motherfucking shit, man.
Horrible.
So you came here, right? So how long until you like met Melody and decided you wanted to go into this kind of business?
So that happened. I mean, listen, I moved here, and I can't believe it fucking happened kind of quickly compared to when I moved here. So when I moved here, though, my first fucking year and 2 here were fucking hard as shit because the girl that I moved here was fucking crazy, and it was like a volatile relationship. She didn't want me to have friends, and I was working a fucking construction job on Long Island, so I was kind of fucking miserable. I was going back up to Massachusetts a lot, and I kept contemplating even moving back up there because I was just miserable here because this girl was making me fucking miserable. Yeah. So I ended up at one point we were up fighting all fucking night long till like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. I had to get up and go to fucking work. And I was like, fuck this, I can't do this anymore. So I went and I fucking quit my job. I went to the job and I was like, guys, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here. This girl's making me crazy. You know, so I...
what nationality was it, if you don't mind?
She was Italian.
Oh,
Italian.
All those fucking
Oh, yeah, Italian and Irish.
Italians and Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Craziest fucking bitches.
Yeah, Italian-Irish mix, too, is like the fucking crazy.
Man.
So I
love you, Puerto Rican bitches.
Yeah, my girl now is Puerto Rican. And she's great.
Sorry.
She's great. No, she's crazy, but she's great.
My wife is fucking Peruvian, and they're...
Yeah. They're all crazy, man. They're all crazy. It's just what degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I literally went back to my parents' house for a minute, and then I came back to New York, and we kind of made up. And I'm like, I don't want to go back to. I moved to New York City to like be in New York City, not to work on Long Island, you know. So I ended up like going to bartending school. And
shit.
Yeah, I went to bartending school, and you know, being a guy, I don't realize that you're not going to get a bartending job right out of fucking bartending school. But
it's not like cocktail and shit, flipping fucking drinks and stuff.
But I walked into Webster Hall, and
I used to work there.
So that's what
motherfucker.
happened.
Were you?
I was there.
Were you the maintenance motherfucking
Yes,
guy? Like,
I was.
I fucking knew I knew you, man. Oh fuck! I worked. I mean, I only worked there for an October into a November.
And you bar backed.
Not bar back. Not bar back. I swept up the shit.
Did you?
Yeah. But I used to hang out with this guy, Jonathan Casey. He was the bar back for a while.
I don't remember him.
Gothic kid and like trench coat, long fucking hair.
I don't know.
And my other boy, Axis, used to work there.
Okay, I remember Axis.
You remember Axis?
I remember. I know who he is.
Get the fuck out of here.
I know who he is. I don't know him, but I remember he was there when I was there. Because I was there mostly during the day, and he was there at night.
That was my best fucking friend. Oh, fuck, that's fucking... But I knew... You were the dude they always went, like, if something broke, they would go get you and shit.
Yeah, I was the guy.
Oh, fuck, man.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, well, so that's how I get into this whole business. I walked in there, and I asked for a bartending job. They're like, well, we see, you have construction experience. We're looking for, like, a handyman. Do you want to fucking...
How shady do you think that place was, man?
You know, they're pretty on the up and up for the most part. Like, for the most part. Like, out of most of the clubs I've seen and stuff like that, the owners were crazy, but like a good kind of crazy.
And the manager, that fucking manager who used to fucking run the fucking spot. I don't remember who the fuck he was, but he was like the main fucking. I can't remember his name.
I mean, there was Brian.
He was the main fucking dude. Like always, walking around. He had the suit jacket on and shit. And
that was the British guy, Martin. Martin was a dick.
Not sure, man. I know there was one guy in there. He was just. I don't know, bro. He was just a fucking piece of work.
Martin was a fucking dick. Because honestly, dude, so when I first started at Webster Hall, it was fucking great. Like
dude, I found fucking drugs,
money.
My
God, dude.
We used to find beepers, and I'd go downstairs and sell it to the Indian guy running downstairs. He's like, "How much do you want to sell? $20."
Yeah, well, dude, I started smoking Newport cigarettes because down in that black room they had downstairs, like you'd find fucking Newport cigarettes all over the place. Yeah. So I would smoke Newports for a while because I would always find fucking cigarettes, But yeah, man, it was a really cool place to work at first. The first 2 years I was there, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of freedom there.
Yeah.
I was basically just a handyman. I was just like fixing shit all over the place and whatever. And it was a lot to do too. There was a lot to do there. There was always something to do.
Yeah, I couldn't believe there was like one building. You had like, what was it? The Marlin. They had some fucking the reggae room in the basement.
Yeah.
You had like a third floor. Then you had the main room. And I'm like, dude, how many fucking different rooms and different styles are there in this place?
Yeah. And they constantly want to change stuff up too. So it was like, there was always something going on there. It was cool. And the owners were wacky. Like
were they from Canada or some shit?
Yeah, there was 3 owners. There was Doug, Lonnie, and Steve. And they were all crazy in their own right, but decent people. You know what I mean? They all had their little thing. Sometimes Doug, when you walked in, and you walked in at like 9 in the morning, and Doug's walking around with a champagne bottle in his hand, kind of just stay away. You know what I mean?
I kept my distance from them. I mean, what do you want me to do? Sweep up the shit when the party starts? Gotcha.
Yeah. So then though they brought this other guy in, Martin, who apparently had worked there for years prior to me coming in.
Yeah.
And they fired the other manager that was there, this chick Wendy, who was one of the ones that hired me.
There was some fucking Irish chick.
Wendy, there was a girl.
That was the Irish. You had the Irish accent.
No, she didn't have an Irish accent.
There was something like she was going out with fucking the main security guard guy.
No.
And she had like long red hair and she had an Irish accent and shit. And I don't know. And one time I asked her, I said, have you ever seen The Cure? She's like, you know what, love? Fucking anybody in England, if The Cure was playing, they'd go home. Nobody watches that shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Well, they had I remember fucking one security guard. They said he was the Iron Sheik, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't him. Yeah, he looks just like him, though.
But I can't believe. I was like, yo, should I go up and talk to him?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him, I'm like, but you don't really look like the Sheik, man.
Yeah. He just had the mustache and a bald head. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But man.
But yeah, it was cool, man. There was some cool shows I got to see there too, man. I remember standing outside. Once in a while, they would have me work at night. Like they were kind of grooming me to like do some like work at night. I liked working the day there. You know what I mean? Like I would work till 10 to 6. You know what I mean? It was great. And I would go, and if they needed me on the weekends, I would be around. But once in a while, I would do a night thing. But they were kind of trying to groom me to do some night stuff, but it just wasn't really my thing. But I had some cool times, like standing outside of Shane McGowan's fucking dressing room, and I could smell burning rubber coming out of the fucking dressing room. I'm like, what is that fucking smell? And all of a sudden the door opens, this big cloud of crack smoke comes out of the fucking
shit.
And he comes walking out with no teeth, like, you know, it was fucking funny.
Holy fuck, man.
But yeah, it was fun, man. It was a lot of fun working there. So then they ended up firing this woman, Wendy, and they hired this guy, Martin, who was going to bring bigger shows in there. He was bringing Live Nation in there and all this kind of shit.
That Live Nation fucked that shit up.
Yeah, but, you know, it was making the club money, especially at first. And I have to say, when he came in, he kind of took me under his wing at first. He was like, he made me go get my fucking, all these certificates, he was kind of grooming me to manage, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like he put me in charge of like, I was now in charge of all the cleaners, and I was ordering all the liquor and the beer and not just maintenance stuff. And then I would hire people to do some of the maintenance stuff that I was doing. I would still do some of it, but yeah, so it kind of like, he really kind of took me under his wing there, which was cool. Mm-hmm. And then I saw what kind of dick he was. And we just started fucking butting heads. I'm like, the sound guy would walk in, and he would be like, you know, talking so nice to him, and as soon as he'd walk out of the room, he'd say to the owners, that guy's a fucking dick, and like you should fight, like, and I'm like, yo,
Jesus.
like, and I just saw what kind of two-faced dick he was, and it started making me and him butt heads, because I'm like, you're a piece of shit, dude, you know what I mean? Like,
imagine what he's fucking saying about you.
Exactly. And I know it started happening because I'd walk in the room, and all of a sudden everybody would like kind of perk up, and I'm like, So then I was just kind of searching for my way out of there, and that's when I had met Melody in the meantime.
Would you meet her there, or
no? So I met her at Bellevue Bar, is basically Jimmy Duff's first bar.
Okay,
you know the bar Duff's.
I got some questions to ask you about fucking Duff's.
Yeah. So Melody used to work at Bellevue Bar, and I listen. When I was living in Queens, Duff's was on like 96th and 9th, on 49th and like 9th Avenue or something like that. So it was like an easy commute from Queens to Bellevue Bar. It was cool, and it was a great fucking dive bar. Wasn't a full-time metal bar, but like a lot of metal people hung out in there. Yeah. And Melody was a bartender, and we kind of hit it off.
Shit.
Yeah. So that's when I started dating Melody, and so I was looking to get out of Webster Hall. She got fired from Bellevue Bar because me and her started dating, and apparently there was drama going on between them. And so
really,
yeah, and I wasn't allowed in Duff's anymore.
Well, she's a little feisty one, though, right?
Oh, she's totally feisty. She's totally feisty. But she brought a lot of those people in there when he first started. Yeah, he didn't know a lot of those people. But then also Roseland was around the corner, so he would get a lot of the after party from Roseland and stuff. Oh,
that's
like
another
that.
Motherfucking place.
Yeah, Roseland was awesome. I loved Roseland.
Dude. I remember seeing Marilyn Manson there in 96, man, during the Antichrist Superstar tour.
Yeah.
Never seen some, like, my friend Mark, bro, he says he calls the Manson fans Filipino Manson chicks, because he's like, I've never seen so many fucking Filipino chicks in black. You know? Yeah. But I mean, I've never seen so many fucking people. I mean, everything was like, it was fucking crazy, bro. But
that was a great tour too, man. I was not a Marilyn Manson fan, but I saw that and I was like, wow, dude, this guy's a performer, man.
Yeah. I mean, I like the music and stuff, man, but I'm not fucking, sucking his dick like everybody else was back then. Yeah. But I mean, that was a show that you had to go to.
Yeah.
You know, plus we were fucking 19.
I was
18.
It was a great show too, man. He was good.
That fucking New York Groove or some shit opened up for them, bro.
All right.
I was like, I don't know, but Manson was the fucking ish right there.
Yeah. Roseland was a cool spot, man. But yeah, so Roseland was right there. So, you know, he got a good flow over from like metal dudes and shit like that in there. And it was funny because I said to him one time, it was like fucking 4 a.m. and we're sitting there. I'm like, dude, why don't you put like something like Cannibal Corpse or something like that in the jukebox? And he's like, no, man, I don't want to scare away my regular customers. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever, you know. And then whatever, months later, he ends up kicking me out and fucking I'm not allowed in there anymore because Melody is bartending. I am not allowed in there when Melody is working. So,
Fuck, dude.
yeah, so it was like, whatever, man. And I can understand that, like, in a way because, like, you know, when my bartenders have their boyfriends here, they kind of focus on them and they're not paying attention. So I got it, you know, but
I would think more or less it's like, you know, like you would be like fucking free security in case somebody fucks with her.
Yeah.
You know, you're right there to kick some ass.
Yeah. I don't know. He didn't look at it like that. He's a big boy too. I mean, he's like fucking, you know, 6'4".
Never been to Duff's. I
I
just heard typo negative stories. And
yeah.
I know somebody who goes there all the time. Never really cared to go there.
Yeah. It's Bellevue Bar was a cool fucking bar. But she got fired from there. She was still working a full-time day job, but she wanted to bartend again. And I was looking to get out of Webster Hall. Yeah. And it was funny, one night when after she would meet me at work sometimes and we'd go over for drinks in the neighborhood, and we went to this place called Bar None.
I think I heard of that.
Yeah, there was a couple of them around the city for a while. I don't remember if it's still there or not. But we went there one night, and we were talking to the owner, and the owner was telling us of how he opened up a bar. He's like, dude, I graduated from college. I didn't have any money, but I opened it all on credit cards. And me and Melody kind of looked at each other like, oh, maybe we can fucking do something like that. So a friend of ours was actually in the process of opening up a bar. And they told us all the mistakes they were making. So we basically fucking started looking at spaces and kind of just happened. We did it all on credit cards. It was crazy.
I mean, that's the American way anyway, bro.
Yeah. And like, you know, and it was, listen, I was 29 when we did it. And you know, we were fucking lucky, man. We were really lucky. Like, we didn't have any freaking money.
No pun intended on the fucking name of the bar.
Yeah, no. We were really lucky though, man. When we opened up, and then, and it was funny. So we opened up like full-time metal for like $75,000, all on credit cards. We had no heat, no air conditioning. We had no fucking tap system. We just created this space and like hoped people showed up. And it was in the middle of Park Slope, which was a weird place to open up, but it's the only place we could afford. You know what I mean? Back then, Park Slope wasn't a nice place. So it was the only place we could really afford. So,
well, how'd you get the name?
So it used to be on 13th Street.
Okay.
So that's exactly what happened.
Lucky 13th.
Yeah.
I mean, my birthday's on fucking the 13th. I love the number 13.
All right, 13th to what?
March.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes, I mean, I love the number 13. That's why I was like, lucky there. Anything 13, you know, even though, like, you can't get away with some of the fucking gangs in L.A., bro. You you wear 13, you're getting fucking shot on sight.
Yeah.
Birthday or not, man.
Yeah, that's how we got. And that was the easy pick for the name, too, because I remember just standing on the corner and me and Melody just going, what are we going to call it? I'm like, Lucky 13. There was a 13 straight sign standing.
You just threw why'd you throw the Saloon in there, though?
Because there was because we just figured it sounded a little bit better. And then it was funny because right after we opened, we found out there was a Lucky 13 in San Francisco. So it was I was kind of happy that we threw the Saloon in there. We figured we were trying to be a little bit different anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, somebody's phone's ringing.
Oh, I did have my phone in my fucking pocket. So
you know what, man? While you take this, bro, we're going to take a break right now. And we're going to play a song from Jess Band, Eyes of the Sun. This is Slavery of Another Name, bro. We'll be right back after these fucking messages. Slavery of Another Name from Eyes of the Sun, bro. Hold on. We got a question right here, though. I got a question. Melody, not Melody, my Melody, bro. Fucking no. Fucking, who the fuck is Melody? Nobody. Nobody. Fucking, okay, yo, D, I have a question. Do I need to have a laptop for next week's show? Or does an iPad work? iPad is fine. You don't need a laptop. Trust me. With the StreamYard, you're golden, bro. Don't worry, man. I'll contact you a couple hours beforehand, and I'll walk you guys right through it, bro. Don't worry about it, man. But yeah, that's Sienna. She's going to be on the show next week with her husband, Josh.
Awesome. I'll have to check it out.
All right, so, these fucking things. All right, so you and Melody.
Yep.
Got in a super debt.
Yes.
With the government.
Yep.
To open up a fucking awesome place.
Yeah, man. And it was fucking...
on T Street.
Yeah. And it was it was great. I quit Webster Hall, and it was cool. It was a cool transition.
What they say when you were like, I'm out of here?
They were cool about it. You know, I gave them plenty of notice. I was like, yo, and I did a lot around there. So I was like, listen, if you want me to train somebody, you know, to come in, and so they did. They ended up hiring somebody else.
Yeah.
And I basically trained him. And I was kind of able to kind of come and go as I pleased. I could work there when I wanted to, and I didn't. If I needed to make some money, I would work there. It was a good transitional spot. And honestly, man, like, shit went bad at the end because...
You should have worked at 910, though. You would have found a lot of money on the floor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
a lot of drunk fucking people drop a lot of money, man.
Yeah, there's still some leftovers in the morning. But it was you know, those guys, like the owners over there, they were really fucking cool, and there was just that one fucking manager that turned me off, and I think it made the owners look at me differently also, though, too, because I think he was trying to like get them against me, you know what I mean? So it was a whole weird thing, but
what were you, like a fucking you were like fucking, you know, like what's the fucking word I'm looking for here, man? You were impeaching on his turf or some shit, or like
basically I just wouldn't like. I wouldn't listen to him. I'd be like, "Fuck you." I'd tell him to fuck off. Like it was, and he didn't like that, and I could kind of separate myself from him, so I didn't really have to deal with him. You know what I mean? I could just kind of fucking listen to the owners and do my thing. But you also don't want this guy was making them money. He was bringing in bands and doing this shit for them. I wasn't making the money. I was just fixing shit around there. They could get rid of me. You know what I mean? So, so it made things uncomfortable at the end. But I think I went out on a good note. It wasn't a bad note. So,
I mean, they made off good. Those motherfuckers.
Oh, they did just.
They
fucking
sold
fine.
that shit off. Didn't Jay-Z or somebody fucking own that shit or something?
Yeah, they did just fucking fine. And it's funny because one of the owners, Doug, actually opened up a spot up in Woodstock that's really fucking cool. It's like this outdoor space with like whatever. It's a really cool space up in Woodstock that I actually went to recently, and I went up there and he actually wasn't there when I was there, but I'm hoping I'll bump into him at one point. But yeah, it was all right. But
so you and Melody opened up Lucky 13 on 13th Street.
Yep.
So now how was it starting out though?
At first, man, it was a lot of fun. At first, it was a brand new fucking business. I'm 29. I'm bartending there. I'm like, I was everything was cash that I was making, so I thought I was like rich for a second, you know what I mean? Then I realized I wasn't, but I was like, holy shit, I've never had this much cash in my pockets, and like, it wasn't a lot, but like looking at it back then, and back in 2003, like, I felt like, and my rent was only $600 a month at the time, so it was.
Damn, in New York?
Yeah, well, me and Melody lived in an apartment in Park Slope for $1,200 a month. So yeah, so we split the rent. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun at first, and then I was kind of a weekend warrior too, man. Like as I said, like I had my drug issues back when I was like 19 or whatever. Yeah. But then I would drink occasionally, but I didn't really do that much. I would drink on the weekends. I would drink when I go to shows and stuff. Yeah. So now I open up a bar where I'm now drinking every fucking single night.
It's right there, bro.
It's right there. And like people want you to drink with them, and I'm like, fucking yes, party. You know what I mean? And I wasn't doing the drugs and shit. So actually, I was skipping over a spot. I did develop a problem with OxyContin. I had that problem for the first couple of years we were open. Yeah. With the fucking pills.
Those fucking things, man.
It was brutal, and it was crazy the way I got hooked, actually, too. Like, one of the guys that I worked with at Webster Hall had Oxy, and he was just giving them to me. And he's like, fucking giving them to me like nothing. Yeah. And I was like, the first time I did it, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is fucking amazing. And it's legal. Yeah. I was like, this is awesome. And then it turned on me pretty fucking quickly, because then but it was a good 6 months when I before I left Webster Hall, where he was kind of like giving it to me, and then when I left Webster Hall, then he started selling them to me. But still,
he fucking reeled you in like a fish.
Yeah, he totally reeled me in, but at a discounted price, man. Honestly, I still couldn't even argue with him, because he was giving me these fucking 30 milligram oxys for like fucking $10 a piece, where they would go, yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I was like, I would buy $500 worth of them, and then I'd think I'd sell them, and then I wouldn't sell them, I'd just do them all. So, I remember we had a copy machine downstairs where I was just crushing them up on the copy machine and snorting them. It was fucking,
shit,
peel the and I even stopped peeling the time release off them. You just fucking shove it in your face. So yeah, that created a little bit of a problem, because like, you know, I was starting to get into a new addiction, and I didn't realize what I was getting into with that shit either. I was just like, I was using that to build the bar also. Like, I would go from work to Lucky 13 at night and build it, and I would do a little rail of that shit, and I could work all night long. You know what I mean? So
it's like doing a line of meth.
yeah, basically, yeah. And it would like keep me going. So I was getting in over my head, and I didn't fucking realize it at the time. So then when we opened, though, then I was like, all right, yeah, no, I kind of need this shit to function, you know? So then I got hooked on it for a while. And like between that and the drinking and the partying every night, and also I wasn't used to girls being thrown in at me like, I was more handsome back then.
But you were the boss too, man.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. And I was young enough where I was still handsome. And I had these, like, I was 29 and these 23-year-old girls throwing themselves at me. I'm like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? So it, you know, it did not do well.
It's a fucking 29-year-old man's dream.
Exactly. So, or, you know, so it did not fare well with Melody when I got caught cheating, you know what I mean? So, you know, multiple times it was like, so. Oof. Yeah, it was rough. I was a dick and too immature to handle it. And she warned me too, though. She's like, listen, you know, this is going to be a different lifestyle. People are going to, you know. And it was also, too, I had some people in my ear saying, oh, you know, Melody's doing this behind your back, and she's talking to this dude. And I was like, well, fuck her, then I'm going to go fuck this girl. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So, and I think that's kind of what started it off, was like haters.
Well, they're everywhere, bro.
Exactly.
They're fucking everywhere, man.
And I was too young and immature I listened to it. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? Yeah, fuck her and fuck me, because it ended up fucking me in the end. You know what I mean? But
I mean, it's your partner too. No matter, I mean, partner and partner. You know, either way, you know, it's a business partner and your partner in life.
Yeah, and I still feel bad. Like God, it was a couple years of this. She put up with it too, and I scumbagged her twice in a couple years, and it was really douchey of me to do, and I'm a much better person for it. You know what I mean? But
I mean, you guys worked it out. You guys still business partners.
We did. Listen, man, there was a couple of years there where it was fucking rough. You know what I mean? Like, I walked in the bar and she'd whip a bottle at my head, or like, I remember one time she walked in the bar and started throwing shit at me behind the bar. And I couldn't go anywhere because I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm bartending. So finally I was just like, it was like 3 a.m. by that point. I'm like, you close the bar, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? So,
oh, shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of like...
she doesn't seem like this. She seems like a calm person.
Oh, so sweet. Yeah, one of my friends still brings up a story of how she whipped a glass and it like smashed on the bar and went up in his face and not mine.
Oh,
so.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's doing just fine, too. He's great.
Oh, man. Can he see?
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, Jesus
Still
Christ,
ugly,
man.
but he's all right.
Oh, man. So now, you got this fucking spot, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now, how long were you there?
So we were there for... 11 years. We were there for 11 years.
11 years?
11 years, man.
What made you leave?
So it was too small. Like, so at first we couldn't leave because we fucking hated each other, and we were like, you buy me out. No, you buy me out. But neither one of us had any fucking money. You know what I mean? So at one point we had kind of just started to like kind of work things out and get back together. And we decided we were going to open up a restaurant
with the bar?
With the bar, yeah.
Oh,
we were going to open up a restaurant in Williamsburg, a vegan restaurant.
Okay.
We were both vegan at the time, so we decided there was this place called Food Swings that was for sale in Williamsburg, and it was kind of this very well-known vegan place. And I thought I could do it justice if we bought it, and make a go of it. So we did. The week we were supposed to open up, I cheated on Melody again and got caught. Yeah.
But before you go there, what was it going to be called? Lucky 13?
No, it was called Food Swings.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was we opened it and we opened it and she was gonna have a little more to do with it. We had another business partner involved and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I also was realizing my drinking problem and my drug problem was coming to you know what I mean?
Coming to a head.
It was coming to a head. Like pills were getting harder to buy. I couldn't get pills as much anymore. I was starting to drink methadone, and it was fucking me up. I was getting Suboxone and methadone and all this kind of shit. And and it was my head was not in a good place. I remember Melody found a bottle of methadone one time, and she's like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, it's brake fluid for my motorcycle. What are you talking about? And she bought it, but she didn't buy it. You know what I mean?
I mean, she could have smelled it, man.
Yeah,
brake fluid have an aroma.
It does, but she wouldn't know what methadone or fucking brake fluid smelled like. You know what I mean? So, but whatever, man. So it was like at the height of that kind of shit, and we ended up literally the week before, like literally weeks before we opened, and it was fucking horrible. I had to like go find an apartment right before we were opening up a business.
Fuck.
And all this kind of shit. I was like living on my friend's couch. Meanwhile, I still have a bar to fucking deal with and another business partner that hates me all over again. You know what I mean? For the same shit I did before. So finally, I kind of came to her too, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, and she'd been asking me for the past 2 years, are you doing drugs? And I was like, I was that in the closet. Like, there was very few people that knew I was doing it. You know, I was very sneaky about it. I was a functioning drug addict. You know, like I wasn't falling all over the place. I wasn't selling shit. You know what I mean? I would buy pills from this guy on the cheap. I'd buy it in bulk, and it would just last me for months at a time. Yeah. So like I was functioning, but like mentally though, I would like forget full conversations, or like it was kind of crazy what it was doing to me. But bad decisions were another thing that was doing to me. You know what I mean? So
I can imagine, dude.
yeah.
You know?
So whatever. So right when we opened up the restaurant, I also realized like so right when we opened up the restaurant, she was basically like, "Fuck you. You deal with the restaurant, I'll deal with the bar, and we'll figure it out." You know what I mean?
Shit.
So I basically dealt with the restaurant at the time, which was good because there was no booze in the restaurant. It was like a little fast food place.
Yeah.
And I basically I ended up going and getting sober for about a year. I didn't drink. I didn't.
Well,
do
the restaurant
drugs.
would make you go cold turkey, man.
Yeah, and it did, and that's what kind of made me like. I ended up having to go see somebody to kind of wean me off of the pills and shit. But then like I got my shit together and like basically went sober for a year to kind of get my fucking my feet back on the ground. And I was so busy at the restaurant that I couldn't afford to be a fuck up, you know. Yeah. So we had that. So we had that for about 6 years. In that 11 years that we had Lucky 13 also. Okay. And then we closed that 2 years before we opened up this place.
So when you closed, were you guys cool?
Yeah, so when we closed that, it was kind of when we closed the Food Swings. It was we were in an okay place. We were actually in an okay place. It wasn't, you know, we were open there for 6 years, and it took her about 6 years to forgive me. You know, I wouldn't say she ever forgave me, but she.
My boy Scribble, man, fucking hip hop artist from fucking from Cali. He said real men do crack, not pills, but he's just joking.
I tried the crack. I didn't like it. Yeah. So when we finally split off, when we finally closed the restaurant, one of my really close friends passed away too, and like the restaurant. I was over it, man. I was fucking over it. It was so much work.
Were you still a vegan while you were there?
I was still a vegan, but it also made me break my fucking veganism when I realized it was closing. Because I was vegan at the time, and there was a lot of shit that went on that we were over the restaurant. The landlord was doubling our fucking rent, and it was just like, fuck this, let's just close it. And financially, it was a killer because I didn't have that paycheck anymore. Plus, whatever. It was a fucking hit. Yeah. So, but there was one point where I was like, "Fuck this, man!" You know, I hadn't had a steak in 15 years, and I was like,
"So you went straight to fucking red meat? You didn't get like fish or chicken?"
No, I went straight for fucking red meat. I hadn't had a steak in 15 years.
How did your stomach feel? Because I know how did your stomach feel?
I actually felt fine.
Really?
And what I did though was, so my friend is on the Food Network and shit like that. He's on that show Chopped, and he owns a couple restaurants in Manhattan, and he's always like kind of busting my balls at the time about being vegan. And
I mean, it is fucking better when you shit, though.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like it don't hurt, you know, and it comes out like woof.
Yeah, it is. And I have to say, my farts didn't stink. It was great. Yeah. Like, I felt good. But at the time, like, when I found out the restaurant was closed and a friend of mine passed away, I'm like, man, I just want some fucking comfort food. And steak was always a comfort. Like meat was always a comfort food. So I was so embarrassed to go anywhere though and eat a steak because I had a vegan restaurant and a lot of people knew who I was with the vegan restaurant. So I got in my car and I drove out to fucking Staten Island to go get a fucking steak. I got a fucking filet mignon and a Heineken, and I wanted to order a second one. It was so fucking good. I was like,
like
oh,
you didn't
like
I know when I went back to fucking eating meat, my stomach was fucking hurting. Like I felt like somebody just like punched me in the gut.
Yeah, no, I had no issues. No issues at all.
Oh,
no.
shit.
I still eat pretty, like, even now, like, I mean, I had a moment where I was eating like a fucking animal, but I still eat pretty clean. Like, one thing about being vegan, it made me conscious of what I'm eating. Like, I try not to eat too much shit meat. I mean, I'm a sucker for McDonald's, though.
Yeah, I'm in the fucking club with you.
Yeah, like everyone, dude, like I still never forget the first Big Mac I had.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's crack in McDonald's.
Yeah.
Bro. There's crack in that burger, man.
Dude, do you remember the beer Three of Cups? Did you ever go to the bar Three of Cups?
No.
Three of Cups was a cool, like, rock and roll bar. It was probably about the size of the old Lucky 13, but it was a cool rock and roll bar. And there was a McDonald's right across the street, and I hadn't had McDonald's in years. And I was like, yo, I was wasted. I'm like, I want a Big Mac. And I ate one, and then I was like, I want another one. And I fucking went and got another one. And by the time I was halfway through with the second one, I'm like, oh, I'm an animal.
I mean, I'll tell you, I fucking eat a McDouble and shit, and it tastes good going in. But then when it's in, you feel like fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it tastes good going in, but once it's in there, it's shit.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. It's horrible, but it tastes fucking so good.
Fucking McDonald's. those are the big drug dealers.
Yeah, for
Burger
real.
King, McDonald's, and all that shit.
Fuck yeah, they are. Hell yeah, they are.
Motherfucker. So now this is a funny question. Now, did you move out of the Lucky 13 because of the ghost? Because you said this place was haunted.
No. Actually, I liked the ghost, and the ghost liked me for a while.
Well, what was it, female, male, or you
I
just
don't
like
know
it's a
what
ghost?
it was. Frankie
was saying it was a female.
Frankie loves to say it's a girl, but we know Frankie's crazy, so I don't know exactly what it was. But from the time we moved in there, I mean, I would be in the basement and you'd hear footsteps walking around upstairs, and I would go running up the stairs, and there'd be nobody there.
Yeah,
and there was it was just a one-story building, so there was anybody else in the fucking building. So I would deal with and so that shit would happen all the time, and I would just kind of choose to ignore it. I'm like, whatever, man. Like, I would say hello to it when I walked in or whatever. We used to have a little shot on the side of the bar where we would keep a shot glass. We would fill it up and shit like that.
Like paying tribute to the
yeah.
fucking
It's a little offering. We actually have one at the bar here too, but we have a little offering for the spirits there. But it was funny though, like whenever I would go away, if I didn't show my face in the bar for too long, shit would just break constantly. Like stupid shit would break constantly. And I had like some of my bartenders would like, one of my bar backs, like a piece of paper came up and just smacked him on the face one time when he was in the basement. And he's like, I'm not going down there anymore, man. So
yeah, dude, I wouldn't go down there either, man. Fuck that shit, dude.
You got used. I don't know, man. I got used to it. Like shit, bottles would fall once in a while, and it wasn't mean to. It wasn't fucking nasty to me at all until we were getting ready to move into this place. That was when it got fucking nasty. That's when it got mean.
Just started fucking with you?
It's fucked with me. So literally, we were clearing the walls off to bring the stuff down here. And I stood up. Listen, I do stupid shit all the time. Like I was stood up on a fucking table, and like, dude, my feet were planted firmly on the fucking table. And I went to go pick something up off a shelf, and all of a sudden the table just got knocked out right out from underneath me. And when I fell down, I landed right on my kidney on the side of the fucking table too. Yeah, and I was like, I couldn't move. Thank God my friend was there. He had to carry me to the car and then bring me in my house, and I ended up having to go to the fucking hospital.
So the fucking ghost want you to fucking I'm gonna fucking cripple him. He ain't gonna leave now.
I just think I wanted to fucking be like, bro, you're not leaving. So, and it was, I was telling you outside years later, a couple of years after we had moved out, I walked back in the bar again, and as soon as I walked in the bar, a fucking picture flew right off the wall, and the bartender.
Have you ever been in there ever since then?
I haven't been in there since. No.
I advise you not to go back there.
I'm not afraid of it.
Fucking knife might fly next time or something, dude.
Nah, it doesn't freak me out. I kind of I don't welcome it, but I listen. I do believe there's
I mean, it's crazy. You have a spirit out there that's fucking that's pissed at you.
Yeah, it was whatever it was male or female. It's definitely fucking pissed at me.
Shit, dude.
Definitely pissed at me.
Fuck that, man. No way, bro. No way. I mean, did it follow you to the new spot?
No. Well, Frankie says it's here, but I don't think anything's here. I don't feel it here. I don't hear shit here like you would hear here at the old space. You know what I mean? Like,
because I mean the door's closing. I would imagine like shit starts flying around, bro. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking out, man. You can keep everything. I'm gone.
But listen, man, I wouldn't be surprised if there's shit in here from like, you know, we've let people do kind of rituals on the stage, like. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. Maybe there is, but I try to, listen, I'm a believer in that shit too, man. I cleanse the place once in a while. I sage this place every couple months.
Well, I mean, people would think like, because I know there's two main metal bars in New York City, and the fucking 5 boroughs. Yeah, it's fucking Duff's and it's Lucky 13's. Yeah, and you guys seem like the more satanic bar to me, like the more metal bar. You know.
You know, I like to think we're listen, nothing against Duff's.
Like Duff's to me, I'm like, I never been to Duff's. You know, Duff's, hey, what the fuck? I never been to, they seem like an alternative.
Yeah.
I mean, I would picture Peter Steele coming here.
Yeah. Well, the old space, man, the old space was a little smaller. And I said Jimmy had the connections. He knew more people and stuff like that. You know, he was a little more on the scene. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we get some guys in here once in a while. And I know Jimmy always would get like kind of the bigger names in there and shit like that. But
well, is there like a beef between, because you two are like what other metal bars there really in the 5 boroughs?
No, none. I mean, there is. Jimmy does not like us.
Okay, you got St. Vitus. St. Vitus to me, I consider them a little more hardcore.
St. Vitus is more of a venue anyway. I love the St. Vitus guys, and I would love Duff. If I was allowed in Duff's, I'd go to Duff's.
Well, you can't go to Duff's?
I can't go to Duff's. He won't let me in.
Fuck, dude.
No, he won't let me in.
So you walk right in and get the fuck out.
Yeah. He asked me that one time. He told me one time I walked in there, and he's like, Jeff. He didn't say it like that, but he was just like, Jeff, maybe tonight's not a good night. I'm like, what are you talking about, Jimmy? And I was like, fucking, and he's like, I'll give you a call. And I'm like, all right, man. I gave him my fucking phone number. So then he calls me on like a fucking Saturday night and at like midnight when I'm fucking obviously busy from a blocked number. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Jeff, Jimmy Duff, call you back again. And I never heard from him again. And we've had some contact since then. It's stupid drama, man. You know, it's totally stupid. Like, if there's plenty to go around in New York, you know what I mean? Like,
that's like the Beatles and the Stones, but you guys are the Beatles.
Yeah, I hope
he's
so.
the Stones.
Listen, if I was, because I went in there, I had an issue in there once with him, and I wanted to go in there and talk to him, and he never came down to talk to me. But I walked in there and I sat at the bar, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, all right, place is pretty fucking cool, and it's decorated pretty cool and stuff like that. But yeah, me and Jimmy don't get along.
Shit, man.
And it's not me. You know what I mean? Like, and I also know that he's jealous of St. Vitus. He doesn't like that.
Your money's not green enough for him?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Well, and you know, I said some not so nice things about Jimmy when he first opened up. Because, you know, and I'm sure it got back to him. You know what I mean? Like,
shit, man. Has he never heard of the Monday Night Wars, bro?
Yeah.
Come on. This is fucking the metal wars here.
Exactly. Well, when he first, you know, when Bellevue, there was Bellevue Bar. There was not a metal bar. There was not a full-time metal bar in New York City when we first opened up. Yeah. And Melody had spoke to Jimmy when he closed Bellevue Bar. And she's like, and Bellevue Bar was not a metal bar. And Melody said to him, you know, what are you doing? And he's like, don't worry, I'm not opening up in Brooklyn. Like, literally a month later, he opens up Duff's in Williamsburg. And, dude, you're on the other side of the borough. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? But you could have just said, yeah, I'm opening up another bar, and it's going to look just like Lucky 13. You know what I mean? So
I mean, shit, dude. He fucking ripped off The Simpsons name.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm never going to go this. I really don't give a shit. But
it is his last name. You know what I mean?
Oh, so fuck, it's really dude. His last I'm sorry. Name. It's still The Simpsons.
Yeah, no. But honestly, man, like, listen, I have no problem with I've said some not nice things about him. And
all's like, fair in love and war, right?
When he first opened up, he said that we ripped him off, and then we said, like, but he wasn't doing a full-time metal place. And I was like, and all of a sudden he's calling himself the metal mecca. So I was calling him a poser. And like, dude, like, whatever. It's like a child name. I'm calling you a poser. Like, fuck you call me a poser. Fuck off. You know what I mean? It's silly. It's so fucking silly. So so whatever. So I'm sure he was fucking annoyed about that. But listen, he's also fucking twice.
He's a grown man. What are you getting butthurt?
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, we can talk it out. You know what I mean? Like, let's get a beer and fucking talk it out.
I mean, you're cool with the St. Vitus fucking guy.
Oh, I love those guys. Yeah.
Look at that, bro. Cool. Come on. That could be like the fucking, what do they call it? The Trinity and shit. But his fucking dumbass don't want to do the Trinity.
Yeah, no. And like we did an event. There was, who was it? Amon Amarth did like a bar crawl a couple of years ago. And they started out at St. Vitus, went to Duff's, and then came here. And it was
save the best for last.
Yeah, and it was cool, man. And it was like, we could have been doing this with Duff's years ago.
You could do like charity events and shit,
we could fucking do paintball fights and get our aggressions out on the thing. You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? But whatever, man. He doesn't want to deal with us and all that kind of shit. It's fine. Listen. I like his bar. I got no hate for him. Like, you just do whatever the fuck you do. We'll do what we want to do.
Dee Rotten's never going to Duff's. I stay over here at Lucky 13.
Right, I appreciate
it, man. Duff's, dude. Go to fucking the Simpsons bar. I want to go to Simpsons bar. Go to fucking Disneyland.
It's funny too, though, man. People love to fucking start shit because I know. Listen, we hear everything. And some people will go over there and talk to Jimmy like, oh, fucking, talk shit about us. And then they'll come over here and talk shit about them. And it's like, people love the drama sometimes in the bar scene. You know what I mean? And I said, when I was 29, it used to get to me. Now I'm just like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Fucking shit, dude.
So, yeah. So, but no, we didn't move out of there because of the ghosts. We moved out of there because it was a small space and we couldn't make money there anymore. The rent was just going up and up and up and up. And the fucking neighbors hated us. We used to have, the neighborhood got all gentrified and we used to, be able to fucking hang out front. We got half-naked chicks hanging out front and bikers coming by. And then the condos went up across the street and all of a sudden we're not welcome anymore. You know what I mean?
So, man.
So, yeah, it was kind of shit. And, and our whole goal was to open up a place with a stage.
How did you find this joint? How'd you come over here?
I just drove around fucking neighborhoods. I really wanted this area over here because I knew it's
like a lot of like fucking warehouses and shit,
It's not residential. There's warehouses. It's right by the train. The train's only a block away over here, So this is the neighborhood that I really wanted to open up something in. I didn't want to move over to Williamsburg or anything like that. I wanted to stay in this neighborhood. And
when I was driving here, dude, I was like, man, is this fucking place? There's all warehouses and shit. He's sending me. Like, I thought Google was sending me to the wrong spot. I'm like, am I going to the old spot? Like, what the fuck? Where am I going?
Yeah. No, it's kind of tucked away a little bit. And it's great though. Like, since we opened up, another club opened up across the street. There's a brewery opened up across the street. So there's like shit happening on the block. And then a homeless shelter opened up and kind of fucked us all up. But whatever, man.
We got a couple questions here for you. The homie Scribble over here asked, does Ill Bill and Necro play shows here?
No, I think Ill Bill, they've been here before. They haven't done anything here yet, though. No.
Okay. And he's over here saying, you should treat the two bars like Megadeth and Metallica. Keep the beef going. People love both bars, and it generates publicity.
Yeah, and it's true. It's true. People do. Should I talk shit about Jimmy?
I mean, you know what though? Fuck it. You know what? You're Metallica. He's Megadeth because he's always like, I invented it. Man, get the fuck out of here, Dave.
Yeah, dude. And come on, listen. We were the first metal bar in Brooklyn to open up, but there was there were spots, man. There was, you know what I mean, and I always thought.
And does Duff's don't sound metal.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't. It's not a metal name, bro.
Yeah, but bro, it is metal as fuck. You walk in, it's got some cool shit. It's decorated really fucking cool.
Yeah, he got cool. Like you said, he got cool friends that gave him some cool shit. Don't make it metal, man.
Fuck that poser, man.
I'm gonna get shot coming out of here.
Yeah, no, me too. I guess gotta watch my back out there. But yeah, El Bill though, and Ezak used to do DJ here a couple years ago, so a lot of those guys used to hang out.
I just Scribble. Lord Ezak founded him and got him signed when he was signed to Force 5 Records.
Oh no shit.
Lord Ezak fucking.
All right.
That's like his rap father.
All right. Yeah. So I think El Bill, dude. As I said, I don't remember shows that happened here all that much. I do remember Ezak playing here, and El Bill I think might have been on one of those shows.
So what do you have? Like, was Ezak with fucking
Scarhead.
With Scarhead?
Yeah, he did a Scar. Right. He did a Scarhead thing over here one time too. And listen,
man, that must have been a crazy fucking crowd.
It was crazy. The craziest, one of the craziest best nights we had here though were Murphy's Law was one of the craziest nights we had here. It was a fucking full day event. I mean, it was like it started at like 2 PM. It went till 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was really cool.
Fuck, dude.
That was a fun day though.
Holy shit,
yeah,
man.
And Leeway, I think it was Leeway.
Oh, Eddie Leeway. Oh, fucking God bless Eddie Leeway, bro. Hopefully he's pulling a fucking beat cancer and shit, man.
Yeah, man. I hope he's doing good, man.
Now, what we got here? We got? Another question for you I got, man.
Yeah.
I hate saying another question. Other people like,
it's all good.
What made you fucking get dancers on the fucking, pole dances? Well, you don't see that.
Well, so listen, that's kind of a fucking, I don't love it. You know what I mean? It's not my thing.
Because I can't picture you sitting there going, hey, let me get a 7 and 7, and you got some fucking, some chicks spinning over there in front of you.
No, listen. At first, when we at the old Lucky 13, it was cool, and like I used to try and fuck as many as I possibly could.
I don't blame you, bro. You're a fucking boss, dude. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And then you get chlamydia one too many times, and you're like, fuck, this is a bad idea.
I mean, that's what fucking Hefner did, bro.
Yeah. So fucking, it started out just on the weekends at the old Lucky 13. And then when we moved to this one, it started out Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah.
But then people kept coming in every day for it. Like, oh, where are the dancers? Where are the dancers? And I'm
Damn,
like,
dude.
And I'm like,
Treating it like a strip club and not a bar?
Yeah, and that's kind of what they do. So, they don't start till 10 o'clock, but it's, I love the dancers, but I don't love the dancers. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to sit at a bar, I don't need a fucking chick constantly. And I'm also older, but, listen, 20 years ago, I wouldn't mind a chick in my face all the time. You know what I mean? So, the younger guys love it and stuff like that, but it's really not. Me and Melody had this argument because, we're actually looking. I want to do another location. We've been looking down in Tampa, Florida to open up a spot. Yeah, so we've been looking down there. And we're kind of going back and forth about the dancers, having the dancers and not having the dancers, or maybe having them.
We got a lot of hot women in fucking South Florida.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of, but there's also a lot of fucking strip clubs. They need a place like this. But also, too, but I also think they need a fucking metal bar down there. I mean, all these bands came from fucking Tampa. Like, all these American death metal bands came from down there. So that's our goal, is to open up one down there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So what, one of you guys going to be up here? One of you guys going to be down there?
Yeah, and that's my plan, is I want to go down there because I got some family down there, so I'd be able to stay with them, and she would run the one up here, and I would kind of bounce back and forth if I had to. But I'd like to go down there and kind of open up something down there. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Hope that's the fucking goal, though.
That's not a bad fucking idea, dude.
Yeah.
And if we could franchise that shit, man. Go to fucking New York, Florida, California.
Yeah, and that's it, though. Maybe
it.
not more. Maybe one other really weird city. Because, like, when everybody's like, when I tell people Tampa, they're like, Tampa? I'm like, yo, American death metal came from Tampa, Florida. You know what I mean? I feel like this shit. And a lot of those dudes are still down there. The obituary guys, the deicide guys, the Cannibal
fucking
Corpse
studios
guys
are still down there and shit that used to do them.
Well, that Morrisound Studios now is not. There was that old studio, Morrisound Studio, and that place is not there. And one of the dudes from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra actually bought it. And for a long time, he kept the Morrisound Studios sign out in front because it was like a famous place. But I don't think that sign's there anymore. But
so he kept the sign, but just did different shit in it.
Yeah, I just did different shit in there. And or different people bought it, and he still would do some metal stuff in there. But yeah, there's still tons of those dudes down there, man.
Well, I mean, that's what you said. Fucking death metal came from Florida, bro.
Yeah, man.
Death metal's Florida, bro.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's like what we got. Black metal's fucking what Norwegian, fucking up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Death metal is Tampa, and there's a place called the Brass Mug, which is still down there. I went down there.
Would you be doing like an open music kind of bar or just a bar?
I would do just like this. This is what I'm looking to do. I don't want anything too big, too small. I want to do the bar the same size we have in the front, and then the back room I'd want a little bit bigger. I would be able to host some of the nationals coming through. Yeah. Smaller national bands, but nothing too fucking big. I'm not looking to have Metallica play there. You know what I mean? But if we can, fit in some bigger hardcore bands to play there, or like a fucking Madball or something like that came down there. Hopefully we could.
Scribble had fucking Chris Barnes fucking do an opening read for his new album.
Oh, no shit.
Nah.
Oh, that's cool. My friend was playing bass in 6 Feet Under for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those motherfuckers. I remember when I fucking first heard of 6 Feet Under, bro. I was just like, what the drinking beers, like, what the fuck? I'm going from Sepultura to 6 Feet Under. I'm like, what the fuck are we listening to?
Dude, I remember the first time I heard Cannibal Corpse, man. Like, I was a friend of mine gave me death metal cassette tapes, and it was Cannibal Corpse and Obituary. And I remember I put fucking Cannibal Corpse on my headphones, and I was tripping on acid in bed, and I was just
damn, dude, that's not the music to listen to.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Yes, it was. Really? It was fucking great. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, when I was tripping on acid, but we walked into a fucking room in the studio, and they were playing death metal music. I was like, yo, we just walked into fucking hell, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it was great, man. But yeah, my friend Jeff Golden, he played bass for 6 Feet Under for a while. He actually lives down in Tampa. He's got a couple of bands going right now. I'm playing with that band Trauma Bonds and stuff like that. But But yeah, no, that's cool. I heard Chris is all right.
Now, what like, okay, now a lot of people don't know this, but you got the bar and everything. What made you want to do the Lucky 13 Saloon podcast? So you were in that.
Well, you know, it's funny. Like, I just me and especially at first. So me and Melody have like now that we're friends, you know, that it took us a while to like become friends again. We have a good dynamic. You know what I mean? She calls me on my bullshit. I call her on her bullshit. I'm not afraid of her.
She's got a great laugh.
Yeah, she's got a crazy laugh. And she's very smart also, so I know if I say anything stupid, she can correct me. You know what I mean? So it was kind of a nice, you know, thing that we had on. And Purple was great, you know, when we had Purple the dancer. At first it was Frankie, that was when Frankie first started going through his drinking too much phase. But with Purple and stuff, you know, so that's what kind of started it. And
how did you get? Okay, now with Frankie was going through his issues.
Yeah.
You know, like how did you find Purple? Like I know Purple worked it, but how did you you know say, hey, you want to come on the podcast?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah, and she loved it. She was listening to it, and she's like, oh my God, I'll totally. Because so when Frankie was getting too fucked up, she's like, I'll totally read the news from Frankie. Yeah. So she was totally open to being on it. She used to come in I think Wednesday we used to do it. She'd drive in. She lived on Staten Island at the time. So.
Oh, she was hilarious, dude. She was always coming in. You would call her out on being high.
Yeah.
Purple's stoned again. It's like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, Purple's great. Purple's great. She's good people, man. I love Purple. But yeah, so she started doing it, and then it was just kind of like.
But what made you want to do it? Like you just like, you know, what because I mean you started this motherfucker in 2016.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I mean what made you like fucking just sit there and go, I'm gonna fucking do a podcast?
You know, I just thought it'd be fun to do. It was something different to do, like, and especially at the time we were doing pretty well. We were fairly busy, but like I wasn't super busy during the day.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be a great way to promote the place too. You know what I mean? Like at first, you know, for a minute there we had a whole bunch of listeners, you know what I mean? And then it just kind of slowly started falling apart.
I mean, my critique of it would like personally, I would think like you have the spot.
Yeah.
You have the name.
Yeah.
You could have just like pulling some guests.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm like you in that way where I'm like, oh man, do you think this guy really wants to be on my podcast, man? I don't know, man, if I want to call this guy and be on my podcast. And it was, you know what I mean? Like, but I did. Like, I had spoke to some people.
Because I mean, you had to do from Candieri on here a couple times.
Yeah,
you know?
Johnny and Paris from the Cro-Mags, like
and fucking Captain Hot Topic.
Yeah,
who the fuck was that? That guy was
Alex.
a fucking weirdo, bro. But I was like, who the fuck is Captain Hot Topic, bro? Like, this is an oddball, but I was like, it's funny as shit.
Yeah, Alex is great, man. Alex is a good dude. But and I do like we had that dude Sean from the Toilet Boys.
That was a fucking good fucking story with him.
That was a fun episode, yeah. Man.
Like I remember you said you like part of your shit got banned or something like that, or like motherfuckers were like
it got pulled down from it. Somebody reported it for a minute, so we had to pull it
dude.
up. Yeah.
And like his story about how he worked in like the sex business, the sex clubs, and I was like, what the fuck, really?
Yeah. That's what I love about Sean, though, man. He doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He's just like, he was a go-go dancer in gay clubs, and he's like, just to make the money, and he's so not gay. You know what I mean? But
fuck, man.
He's like a good-looking dude, and like was making bank doing it. So he's like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm telling you, my thing is, it was the guest and Melody.
Yeah.
Melody, bro. Melody was like, she was like your fucking Robin and your Howard Stern, bro. Melody, bro. You know that. Yeah, gotta fucking reel her back in, man.
I know. I wish I could reel her back. You know, if I could figure out a way to do it remotely, because it's trying to get her to do it. Coming in here once a week was the hardest part of doing it. You know,
she could do it over. I mean, she got computers. She could do it over the computer, and she don't have to leave her room.
Yeah.
You know, she could do yoga while she's doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I should set her up. We'll see if we can work something out. Especially if I end up going to Florida. I really think it would be good communication for us too, and also to keep everybody letting know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
So.
I mean, everything's on the fucking computer now, so it's like you know, you don't have to fucking be in the same room.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, you know, you could have like fucking with this thing, you could have like fucking up to 12 motherfuckers on here.
Yeah.
You know, and boom, everybody's just talking. You know, there goes the podcast right there.
You know what sucks, man? When technology starts to fucking go another level too, man. I get lazy sometimes too. Like, you know, I used to record with a 4-track all the time, and then all of a sudden, computers started coming on. I'm like, fuck this. You know what I mean?
I still wish they would bring that, like the 4 tracks and the 8 tracks and all that. That was better. Like, you know, the ADATs.
Yeah.
Like the computer shit to me is just too much fucking. No, I gotta go here. Record. That's it. Now go,
record,
man.
move this up and down. Click that button. You're good to go. You know
That's
what I mean?
it, man.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for it. I don't think.
No, I agree 100% with you, bro. I agree 100% with you with that, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely with the pocket, dude. You guys are rolling. Then you got fucking what was it, Andy?
Yeah, yeah.
Your girlfriend Diane.
Diane, yeah.
You know, and Sarah.
Yeah.
And then Frankie fucking came back in. You know.
Yeah, it was fun for a minute. And, especially like during COVID, too, it was a good way to kind of break things up a little bit. And we were coming down. It was a good way, like, we would come down here once a week and we'd get all fucked up together and we'd drink.
Because, I mean, it was weird because when I saw pictures, I was like, oh, shit, they're doing the fucking podcast with masks on?
Yeah.
I was like, what the
No,
fuck?
we weren't doing it with masks on. We only took pictures with the masks on. No, shit. Yeah, no, we only took the pictures with the mask on. And what's crazy, though, is, Andy got COVID when we were doing one of the podcasts. When nobody else got it. We were sitting this far away from each other doing the podcast. Nobody else got it, but he got it. So.
You're all fucking healthy.
Yeah, man. What are you going to do?
Shit, man. So do you got plans on bringing it back or like? Because you did one this year.
Yeah, we did one this year. And like I think about it once in a while, and I got to get some different equipment.
It's like a good therapy.
It is good therapy, and it also keeps I feel like it keeps my chops up a little bit talking to people because sometimes I don't have to really talk to. I can just go get in a drink and sit in the corner over here too. So, but yeah, man, I got to get some new equipment. I got to get a new computer. I think that has a thing to do with it also. So I think
you guys got to go live on YouTube, bro.
Yeah,
like this. Just say if anybody wants to hear the fucking MP3, you got to wait a week.
Right.
But fucking, you better be there on the day it fucking goes on live, bro. Because you're gonna wait a week for it.
Right.
That's it,
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to get you some advice from me on how to do it again.
I'm telling you, man. I'll watch.
Cool.
I'll watch and I'll listen while I'm at work.
All right, cool.
I'm still going back to old episodes.
Yeah.
And also too, I can fucking give you a spot where you don't even have to pay fucking SoundCloud every month. I got fucking 2 free locations.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, you got 2 free fucking. You got fucking Anchor.fm and you got fucking Acast.com.
All right, cool.
You don't even have to fucking pay them and shit, man.
Cool. I like that. I like free shit.
Fucking dude. I mean, I was fucking. SoundCloud, playing SoundCloud for like 2 years, and I went to fucking Podbeam. Then I went to Podbeam, and then I fucking found I was like, oh, I'm done paying for this shit.
Right.
Went to the fucking free ones, dude. I'm like, I'm done, bro.
Yeah.
But there's also another one too. If you got your own .com and shit. My other fucking my boy in California, shout out to Pigs Radio, Mario and shit, man. If you're ever in fucking California, you want to go to he got his own podcast in Compton, California.
Okay.
So fucking yeah, he does all the shit. He just got his own .com, puts his own shit up, owns all his own shit, and just he distributes it.
Nice.
Doesn't ask nobody for nothing.
Bullshit.
Exactly, bro.
That's cool.
All right, let's go to another track, and then we'll fucking go back into some talking here. Cause maybe you gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
or something like
piss.
That. All right, so we're gonna go into the track. Walks of Life. We'll be right back, bro. Don't go away, motherfuckers. There we go, motherfuckers, and we're back, bro. We're back, man. Oh man, fucking getting old, bro. Getting old, man.
Definitely getting old.
He's saying both are frozen. I don't know, man. If they're frozen, I don't know. We gotta fucking just hit the audio, bro. We're gonna just hit the fucking audio. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do.
Screen's frozen.
Yeah, they said the fucking screens are frozen on YouTube and Twitch. What can you do, bro?
Yeah.
You know, like, fucking. We got the audio. That's all that fucking matters.
We're not that pretty anyway, so.
We got the audio, man. You know, the video's just for fucking, you know, just so people could see it on the fucking on the spot, man. But the audio's where it's at, bro. You know, where you're fucking sitting there listening to it yourself, you know, by working or whatnot, you know. What we got here? Fucking so. Let me see here. Where we at here, man? I'm getting old on this motherfucker. So you used to be affiliated before Lucky 13. Well, while Lucky 13, you were on the Brooklyn Blast Furnace.
Yes, I was.
Shout out to fucking Frank, Mr. Ferrari over there.
Yeah. I did me and so that's why it was funny because that's what I guess we inspired Jimmy to start doing podcasting when we had Jimmy on the podcast. And
so you guys were before.
Oh yeah, we started before the Blast Furnace podcast, and then Jimmy started he was like, oh, what the fuck? So he started doing one, and it was me and Johnny, John Lamacchia from Candiria, and Jimmy were the ones who started out doing it together.
All right.
And
who came up with the name Brooklyn Bat? Like the
that's
Blast?
all Jimmy.
That's all Jimmy.
Yeah, that's all Jimmy. Yeah, it was all Jimmy's like. Jimmy was like the main dude, you know what I mean? He was the one booking the guys and all that kind of stuff. Me and Johnny were just kind of the fucking
co-hosting.
Yeah, co-hosting.
All right. How long were you on that?
It was maybe a year or so, something like that. It wasn't that long. And you know, me and Jimmy kind of got in an argument at the end, and it was, you know, some of it was his fault, some was my fault. I know, literally. The night we had a fight, the day before that, I found out my fucking ex-wife was cheating on me. So I was like, I was kind of volatile at the moment anyway. So it was, you know, it was just like, fuck you, Jimmy, I can't.
Is that the one that's the one you guys had the big wedding here and all that stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah. 3 months after we were fucking married, the bitch had.
That was a big ass fucking wedding and the cake and all that shit, man. Come on, dude, that wasn't cheap.
No, it was not. It was not fucking cheap, and. Yeah, I kind of fucked up my life for a little while. And so me and Jimmy just kind of had an argument, and I didn't want to fucking deal with it at the moment. I was like, Jimmy, I can't fucking deal with this shit right now. We just kind of cut ties for a little while. So
everything's all cool now, though. Everything's all
squashed. It's cool, man. I don't see Jimmy. We don't talk or anything like that. But I think things are all right. You know what I mean? I bumped into him about 2 years ago, right before COVID. The summer before COVID, I bumped into him at a powwow. I'm in a motorcycle club, Red Rum Motorcycle Club, so I bumped into him. We had an event upstate, and I ended up bumping into him. He was at the powwow, so I bumped into him, and everything was cool. So, yeah, it's not bad.
I think he should have you on his show.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have me on his show.
Yeah, I think he should, bro.
I don't know if he likes me anymore.
Mr. Ferrari, if you're out there, bro, I think you should fucking have Jeff on your show, but that'll be a fucking awesome fucking episode.
Yeah. Maybe we could talk it out and see what happens.
You know? Come on, man. There you go. Fucking talk it out right on the fucking show.
Yeah.
It's therapy, man.
Yeah.
It's good fucking therapy. You don't even have to be in the same room. Just be on the computer.
Yeah.
You got to be in the same room with him, bro.
Yeah, I think he does it remote now and shit. I've watched I've watched some of his shit too. I don't hate the guy, you know what I mean? So yeah,
he's got a lot. He always gets a lot of like the horror people.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And I think, at first too, it got a little monotonous for me and Johnny with the hardcore scene. I like hardcore, but it was all hardcore dudes. And I'm like, all right, Jimmy, can we switch it up a little bit? But when he had Michael Alago on, and we had Mina Caputo on, and we had this other chick who was a stunt woman. You know what I mean? It was cool. We did some really cool ones.
All right.
And it was fun for a little while. And I know Johnny stuck it out a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think he was on for about maybe 60 to 80 something episodes, something like that.
Yeah. Johnny was definitely on it longer than I was. But at the time, I was just like, I don't give a fuck about anything right now. I just need to get my life back together. So.
No, I hear you on that one, man. I watch a couple of his stuff, I mean, I am inside I'm he has competition.
Yeah.
In my mind, he's competition. In real life, it's you're fucking destroying me, bro, in this business. But I mean, in my mind, it's I gotta fucking be better than all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But I still listen to their shit when I'm at work, you know?
Yeah.
It helps the day go by, and it's good listens.
That's what I do. I listen to podcasts all the time.
Oh, dude, I work in Fort Lee, New Jersey, right by the GW.
Yeah.
And I work inside a fucking in a garage in a building.
Yeah.
And I just make sure fucking you clean the fucking place up, and I just earpods on, and I just fucking 3 or 4 podcasts, and my fucking 8 hours is done.
Yeah, and that's what's fucking cool. Listen, I'll drive a lot once in a while. You know what I mean? I could go upstate, or go to Massachusetts, or wherever.
What's up, Zach Rabbit?
And I just put podcasts on, and like I drove to fucking Florida 3 times during this fucking during the pandemic, and I'd like put a podcast on. By the time the series,
you were traveling around during that shit, bro, right?
Yeah, I was like, fuck this, dude. I live in a basement apartment. I'm like, fuck this,
crazy, bro.
Like, I need to get out.
Well, I know you were saying you were playing fucking Xbox 360 and shit.
Yes.
You know, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But then once that fucking got old, I'm like, all right, I gotta get the fuck out of the house. So, so we did. I drove down to Florida like 3 times during fucking COVID. Just went and hung out at my sister's house. My sister lives down there.
How was it down? I've never been to Florida.
No, it's cool down there, man. Like I like Tampa area is pretty cool. I went to Daytona Bike Week too when I was during the height of everything too, which was a little like nobody gave a fuck during Daytona Bike Week. And one of my friends caught COVID making out with some fat girl on the beach, which was kind of funny.
I mean, you really can't tell bikers what to fucking do, bro. They're gonna go where they want to fucking go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So we went down to Daytona Bike Week, and
I mean, they didn't stop Sturgis.
No, it didn't stop Sturgis.
They didn't even try to stop Sturgis.
And it did not stop Daytona Bike Week in the least bit. You know what I mean? There was some. The only thing I think that was different, they had porta potties set up all over the place, and there was somebody standing outside each porta potty to clean it as soon as you came out, which was cool. But
I mean, they're really bugging there with the whole fucking clean. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I said that I tell my wife a lot. I'm like, yo, you're gonna go.
Yeah.
You ain't fucking stopping death from coming to you, man.
And I kind of feel like that too. If it's me being stupid and that's the way I go, all right, you can call me a dick when I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like, oops.
You know, it's just. I mean, my wife's very religious. I'm not. I mean, it's whatever. There's something out there, but it's not the bullshit that they fucking talk about.
Yeah, no.
But I'm like, bro, if my fucking story is written, it's written.
Yeah.
So you can't change it.
Yeah.
You know, and she gives me that look like you fuck you.
We can navigate it a little bit, but I think it's when it's your time, man.
Yeah, dude, you can go left, man, but it's like even though you're supposed to go right, but then you're gonna have to fucking go right sooner or later. You know?
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, but man, if you ever get a chance to go to if we open up down in Florida, you're gonna have to come down and visit.
Oh fuck yeah, dude, man. I mean,
Tampa's a cool town. I've been to Miami a couple times. It's not really my scene. It's cool to see. South Beach is cool.
Isn't that like a party fucking area, Miami?
It's a party town, and it's like, it's I don't know, man. It's just not really my scene. All the clubs and stuff like that, but every place is like that, and the beaches are nice, and I'm not really a beach guy, but it's cool to see. And the food's good though. The fucking Cubans they got down there are really good.
Like I look at it like if you're not The Rock, you're not gonna enjoy yourself down there.
Yeah. Well, the last time I went down. A friend of mine who's on the Food Network, who's wealthy guy. I went down there with him the last time, and it was fucking great, but it's still not really my scene. There was a 24-hour strip club, and, by fucking 5 in the morning, these dudes are still fucking partying. I'm like, I'm done. I was that guy, Irish exited. I'm like, fucking, I'm going back to the hotel room. And fucking.
I mean, sometimes you fucking, I mean, what do you want to fucking, you don't want to pass out in front of somebody and they fucking draw dicks on your fucking face.
No. I don't like that.
I never had it done on me, but I've seen it done.
Yeah, I'm not the dick on the face kind of guy. I don't like that either.
I got a friend, bro. Well, he's not a friend no more, man, but he was a friend then. Where he fucking passed out and they drew a fucking cock going to his mouth.
Yeah.
And he fucking woke up and went to the fucking bus stop without looking in the mirror and washing his face. And he didn't realize it. And he's like, yo, everybody kept staring at me on the bus. And when I got home, I saw a cock going to my mouth.
Dude, we had a guy who fucking passed out who was so fucked up one time. They shaved his head when he was sleeping. And they shaved his fucking head. And then he woke up and was like, what the fuck, man? And he had really short hair anyway, so it wasn't like a huge deal. But then he was not a bright guy either. And they're like, well, dude, you look stupid with eyebrows. You should totally shave your eyebrows off. And he's like, really? Really? And he shaved his fucking eyebrows off. Like completely wasted. You know what I mean? And the next day it was just like, his mom wasn't happy with him.
I'm curious to how long would it take eyebrows to grow back?
A while. Too fucking long. I mean, 2 days is enough. You know what I mean? You can't hide forever.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, my God, man. So now we're winding it down. Because I know we're, motherfuckers are probably like, yo, motherfucker, man, you've been on this shit almost 2 hours. But we're winding it down, motherfuckers, man. So you were talking in the beginning, right? You said you played bass. How long have you been playing bass for?
So off and on since I'm like 19. I'm not that good, man. I'm kind of a fucking hack, but I'm like, I just do it. I like making noise. You know what I mean? I'm making a noise fucking loud.
Well, you must be fucking good. You got a signed band and you got a fucking CD out.
Yeah, and we're the second one's supposed to come out soon, but I'm waiting. Okay, we did a cover song of this guy, and I'm waiting for permission to release the album. So I'm waiting for permission from this guy before we can release the second album. But
is it a cover song?
It's a cover song, yeah.
What the fuck's he taking, bro? What is he fucking? When is he fucking Jesus?
We just need basically a fucking to be like, yes, no problem. You know what I mean? He's not, and I know the guy too, and he's not easy to get into. Like whatever, I gotta work that out soon.
It's like, bro, you're gonna get your fucking cut.
Yeah,
just sign it.
And it's not gonna be much because we don't sell that many albums. So it's like. But yeah, man, I've been playing since I'm like 19, off and on. And
what kind of bass do you play?
Rickenbacker.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
man.
I play Rickenbacker, and I
You're
love
fucking
it.
Lemmy style right there.
Yeah, and it's only a 3-piece too. So, but yeah, it's fun, man. We just played here October 6th. We played. It was my girlfriend's birthday, so we played over at Lucky 13, which was cool.
So now you guys signed?
Yeah, I was signed to Blacklight Media, which is a subsidiary of Metal Blade.
Oh, shit,
so
dude.
my friend Chris Santos, who I was saying, who was on the Food Network,
yeah,
he's on that show Chopped, and he's like also a big metal guy, and he loves us, you know what I mean? But we've been around for a long time, and like we used to do this kind of stage show when we performed. I had TV set up on the stage, and it's like doom. It's really heavy, like doom metal shit. You've heard it if you were listening. You know, and we used to kind of do other shit, and he really loved us. So we were one of the first bands he signed. So he became really close friends with Brian Slagle from Metal Blade.
Yeah, and
he was giving Chris bands to sign on Metal Blade, and Brian finally was like, dude, why don't we just give you a little label, and you know, Metal Blade will handle everything, and you know, sign a couple local bands and see how it goes, you know. So we were one of the first bands he signed for us, which was pretty cool.
You been on any tours though?
We haven't been on any tours. We're talking about it now. We're kind of, I don't want to give anything away. We've been talking to some people now about possibly doing something, you know, soon. We'll see what happens. You know, trying to juggle the business and a band is fucking hard. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully we can do some, like, you know, smaller tours, like up in the Northeast, or at least down the East Coast or something like that.
Who else is in the band besides you?
So I got this guy, Dr. Thunder, who's my drummer.
That's a badass name.
Yeah, Dr. Thunder fucking rules. He's a great drummer too. He used to be in this band called Demolition with Jen City from the Kitty. Yeah. He was in a band with her that was like really hard shit, and he ended up leaving them and coming to us when we had Angel from Demolition Hammer. He was our old drummer. When he left, Dr. Thunder left Demolition and came over to us, which was really cool. Kind of worked out really well. And we're really good friends. And then since the beginning, I started the band with this guy, Miguel, who just left during COVID. He was just done. We've been doing it for a long time, and he's just older and tired. And
tired of it and shit?
Yeah, so we got this guy, Louis, who used to be in the band called Ashes Within. He's playing guitar for us now, and he's really cool, so... It's been going on.
Did you record the album with these guys or with the original?
So with the original guitar player, we recorded. So I actually have band rehearsal tomorrow. We're trying to write some new shit. Maybe we'll throw an extra track on the end with the new guitar player. We'll see what happens.
You can throw him a bone, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit, man.
We'll see, man.
I'm trying to fucking think here. My mind just went blank, and I haven't even smoked weed in a couple days, bro. My mind just fucking just went...
All good.
I mean, so how was it recording the album? Where did you record the album?
We recorded it with this guy, Jason Lafarge, over a studio right down over here at BC Studios, which is the guy named Martin BC who recorded The Swans, and he actually did a whole bunch of early hip-hop stuff. I'm so not in that music, so I don't know, but like,
yeah, man,
I
it's
know.
not for everybody.
Yeah, Herbie Hancock, I know he did like, this guy's been in the neighborhood since like the early 80s. And he still has a studio there. He's done so much fucking shit.
Digital or fucking or analog?
So he used to do only analog. Now he does digital. So the guy Jason that we recorded with, we recorded with Martin years ago, but then we recorded with a guy who works in his studio who does digital stuff.
You could charge a lot of more money on analog, bro. That's just like some like nostalgia shit.
It's hard to get tape now, though. You know, they don't make tape anymore. There's only a place in Brooklyn that makes tape now. It's a little place in Brooklyn on fucking 5th Avenue and like 30th Street. That's the only place that makes tape now.
You know what I found out, man? I was listening to shout out to my boy from Pigs Radio. He had the comedian Jerry Garcia on his fucking show. All right. He does Jimmy Neutron, the cartoon. He's the voice for it and shit. And he says that fucking... that whoever does the Cartoon Network or Disney, whoever the fuck it is, he says even though they do their shit in digital, they have backup on everything on analog.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I mean, they might have bought all the fucking analog tape.
They might have. That's as far as I know. That was the only other place to get tape, and it was getting really fucking expensive.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, not easy. And I have a friend, my old drummer Ron, who was in the first band I was in. He still uses a 4-track. He still collects whenever he can get his hands on cassette tapes and shit like that. He still fucking digs them up. Like he's constantly searching for that shit. Yeah.
So now, I mean, fucking Dave Grohl still fucking does analog. I mean, there's still gotta be people fucking selling it, man. Like, it can't be just only like one or two fucking companies in the world, you know? Like,
yeah, no, they're still just harder to get now, though. I mean, it's crazy how big it was years ago, and now it's just hard to get.
Everything was fucking. I mean, you go to any studio, bro. You buy the fucking ADAT tapes from them and shit.
Yeah.
Walk home with the VCR fucking shits, you know?
Yeah, fucking walk into the 99-cent store and get your fucking, cassette tapes. Those are the shitty ones, but you know what I mean? Like, and all the, whatever. Yeah, it was crazy. It was all cassette tapes years ago.
Oh no, dude. Trust me. I'm from the generation.
Yeah, me too. And I still have some of my cassette tapes. Some of them are on the tables out here somewhere. You know what I mean? Like the sleeves of them and shit like that. But I still have some.
I gotta fucking. The only cassette tape that I really fucking prided was because I fucking had it when it first came out. Was Body Count's fucking first cassette.
Oh, nice.
With Cop Killer. Yeah. But I gave it to my boy Scribble because he collects tapes and shit.
Ah, that's cool.
That was the only one to me because I bought that shit in fucking Secaucus when it first came out. Couldn't afford the CD because the shit was like $25.
Yeah.
You get the tape, it was like fucking $5.99 or some shit.
Yeah, tapes were definitely cheaper.
But I mean, I don't understand why they're fucking, I mean, people aren't even going fucking digital, like a lot more people are going back to the fucking analog.
Yeah.
You would think there'd be companies out there that would still fucking open up, and sell fucking tape.
Well, there's black metal bands that play here who will only fucking sell on cassette tapes.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They want to keep that shit underground. You know what I mean?
That shit fucking. It sounds grimy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a big black metal show here a couple weeks ago, and they all had cassette tapes.
I mean, I would love to hear a black metal band. Like one of them, like just straight digital clear, like Michael Jackson fucking Thriller kind of clear.
Yeah. Well, that's your bands like Dimmu Borgir and stuff like that, Cradle of Filth. You know what I mean? Those are like the polished bands,
I don't consider them fucking. I consider them fucking like pop fucking black metal,
Yeah. Cradle of Filth started out dirty, but Cradle of Filth was never my thing.
No, I mean, I never really. Black metal. I mean, as far as I think I went down was like death metal.
Yeah.
I listened to death metal. I never really did black metal.
There's some good black metal stuff. I'm still constantly looking for some black metal bands that I'll like really get into. But I thought Burzum was great. Burzum was really good, and Mayhem I like and stuff like that.
Mayhem, I like them because I like their story.
Yeah.
They got a good fucking story. Like fucking. Making a necklace out of your fucking, the guy's fucking head and this and that. It's like, bro, you guys are fucking out there, dude.
Totally out of their fucking minds.
It's like, what the fuck? I don't even know if they were fucking drinking. Are you drinking? Are you smoking? What the fuck?
I think they were drinking, but it was all, dude, they're in the fucking cold in the middle of fucking, listen, it's why Scranton's so fucked up, because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. You know what I mean? So
probably some fucking good-ass black metal bands out there, bro.
Yo, I have to say, man, even when I was there at the time, there was some great bands out of there. They were all fucked up and never went anywhere, but there were some really good musicians and like really good bands coming out of there. It was really cool.
Scribble was talking about, if you're looking out for some good black metal, check out Immortal. Sons of Northern Darkness.
All right.
I've never heard of them. I don't listen to that stuff, man.
Immortal's good, but so yeah, that's some good black metal.
I mean, as far as I think I went in death metal, I dug, Suffocation.
Suffocation was great.
Suffocation was good, man.
Yeah.
I was like fucking trying to find a needle in a haystack, bro, looking for fucking their CDs and shit back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, that's what was crazy, man. Like, shit's so accessible now, too, We really had to fucking dig when we were young, you know? To get, like, tell you when my friend first brought me those fucking cassette tapes of fucking Cannibal Corpse and Obituary, like, you couldn't find that anywhere, And then finally, when I would have to go into Boston and, like, go to these, like, underground record stores to start finding the shit, but...
I mean, they had them a lot when I was growing up, like around the village and shit. Underground record label, underground fucking record stores and shit, man. But it's like it's like that. Everybody's you want some black metal? Boom, 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 boom. It's there.
And you're not listening to back then you're gonna listen to a whole fucking album because you just went out of your way to go buy this fucking album.
Yeah.
So you're gonna listen to the whole fucking thing front to back. And now it's like you hear, I listen, and I do it too. Like I hear pieces of a song, I'm like, ah. And then like, I'm sure they got cooler songs than what that 5 minutes of the 3 minutes of the fucking thing that I just listened to.
Well, they're fucking saying, fucking, God, man, fucking another fucking fart moment in my fucking head, man. Fuck, man. Fuck. God damn it, man. Wife's right. No smoking weed.
Oh, good.
Fucking shit, man. What the hell were we just saying?
Black metal, finding shit. Fucking listen to songs fast, 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Like fucking how like everybody's saying now, like if you're in a fucking band, just put out singles.
Yeah.
You know, people like the attention span is so fucking minimal. Like just single. You know, instead of I want an album.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I guess everybody else out there wants fucking singles and shit. You're in a band. You're in the fucking band.
And that's what
what do you think about that?
I'm actually talking about that right now. I mean, it's just the way it is now. It's you know what I think doesn't even fucking matter anymore because I feel like I'm old and grouchy about shit now. But I'm like, you know, I think it is singles to put out because then you know they hear that one thing and like, oh fuck, man, maybe I want some more of that shit. You know, if it's decent. So. Yeah, but you also remember, like, you know, bands used to put out one record a year. That doesn't fucking happen anymore.
Yeah,
right?
you don't. I'm fuck, dude. Like, every year.
Yeah.
It would be they'd put out a new record and have a new look.
Yeah.
A new outfit, new record. New outfit, new record. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was, you know, some bands would put out shit albums because of that, but I think, but also, you know, the money isn't there anymore either, too, you know?
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit, because how the fuck can you, I gotta tell all my friends fucking, you know, who are still, you know, doing this, how the fuck can you charge me $10.99 for a fucking MP3 fucking album, and you were charging $10.99 for a fucking CD, and you're saying you're not making any money?
Yeah, but this is going to the distributors of the fucking, you know, it's going to, like, you know, Spotify. You're not getting shit from them, you know what I mean? So, and trying to get your shit out there without those types of things, to get it all over the place is going to be much harder to find. But you know, the problem is like all those fucking, you know, like Spotify, and that guy's fucking loaded.
Because how can you still charge the same amount as a physical?
Yeah, it's crazy.
For a digital that only costs you like maybe fucking not even a cent to put up.
But the bands aren't getting it. That's
exactly
the problem. That's the problem. There needs to be more regulations on that kind of shit.
I was telling my boy Scribble the other day, bro. I was like, fucking. I was like, you know what, man? I was like, I think all the bands in the world should get together and fucking sue the record labels.
Yeah.
You know, but he's like, you know, there won't be certain people who don't fucking do it. I was like, that's the only way you're gonna win.
Yeah.
You know, if you all turn against the master.
You got to get the big bands, you know what I mean? Like fucking, you know, listen, Metallica went and sued fucking Napster years ago, you know what I mean? Go around and fucking.
I mean, those cocksuckers, they bought back their masters and they
yeah.
put them out on their own fucking label.
Oh, yeah. And like bands like that, they don't need the fucking money, but you know, but it's the, you know, the smaller bands coming up and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I think bands come and go a lot quicker now than what they used to.
Oh, Scribble, I can't ask him about that, dude.
No, ask, go ahead.
He wants to know, what do you think about Limp Bizkit?
Oh, I love Limp Bizkit.
he's just like, you don't look like a dude who likes Limp Bizkit. I'm like, motherfucker, in my mind, I'm like, I know. Why do you want me to ask him that?
No, definitely not a Limp Bizkit guy. You know what, though? When Korn first came out, that first fucking record was a great fucking record. I loved that.
Yeah.
But you know, the other shit that came afterwards, I didn't like it. Like Deftones. No, Deftones, I did like the Deftones. Limp Bizkit, no. Not a Limp Bizkit guy.
Yeah, I'm all into all that. We got a Limp Bizkit podcast too.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Well, so you know what's funny? So my friend that you know, I'm looking to do the thing in Tampa. I became good friends with this guy, and this guy Dave, and he's looking to open up a metal museum of Florida, a Florida metal museum.
Oh, you gotta have Limp Bizkit in.
Well, and that's what he said, and he's like, you know, man,
it's Jacksonville, man.
Yeah, so he's older than me, so he's like, yo, when I got to Limp Bizkit, I kind of got a little discouraged, and I've kind of stopped right now. So he's like, he's actually getting all the material together and all this kind of shit.
I mean, you have to. I mean,
they have to be.
They have to,
yeah,
dude.
That Marilyn Manson has to be in there too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
there you go. Fucking, what do you got? Jenna Torturers.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta put her in there too.
That's Tampa. That's a Tampa band. Yeah. Jenna Torturers were good. Were pretty good though. Like. Yeah, they were entertaining as fuck. Anyway.
Well, they're the ones that fucking, to me, like paved the road for Manson, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
He jumped on their back and then fucking just kept going farther.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just, one of the last times I was down in Florida, I was hanging out with that girl from the Jenna Torturers.
What do you think about Manson? Fuck, did you see the shit?
What
fucking Manson went to fucking church. He was all in fucking like a white hijab or whatever.
I heard something about that.
And fucking...
the dude from the Deftones was there too, right? Chino?
I don't know if Chino was there, bro. If Chino's there, bro, I'm about to smack him.
Was it Chino or Kanye West?
It was Kanye West was blessing him, and Justin Bieber exorcised the devil out of him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
Oh, Marilyn Manson's burned his fucking brain out with cocaine, from what I heard. So,
like he's just, I don't know, bro. He's just once I see him fucking, okay, Twiggy did, if he allegedly did fucking, you know, beat up the chick from fucking jack off jail or whatever, and, you know, fucking, you're a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't say anything. But I mean, you would never think Marilyn Manson would kick him the fuck out because of that.
Yeah.
And once Twiggy got canceled, Manson kicked him out. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you fucking converting?
Yeah. But now, I heard, there was a friend of mine was on a plane with this girl, and she was like bawling, crying. And she was next to him, and come to find out she was Marilyn Manson's assistant. Okay. And she was like bawling, crying, saying what a piece of shit he was and all that kind of stuff. But the money is so fucking good. And how much he lost his mind with the drugs and all that kind of shit. So
I mean, at the Roseland show, my friend fucking, she loved Manson.
Yeah.
She went backstage. I mean, she's a little fucking, you know, a little voluptuous.
Right.
You know, she went backstage, and she was only like fucking 16, not even 17. She went backstage and said he was a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, hey, you know it, bro. Look at the fucking stage presence, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He's a fucking piece of shit. You know, come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, there's some guys, it's just their persona, and then some guys are fucking super nice when you meet them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, all these death metal guys who you think are fucking, you know, they're super nice dudes. You know what I mean? That's like...
I mean, I think Uncle Al is a fucking cupcake next to Manson.
Yeah.
You know, Uncle Al seems like a nice, like, hey, what's going on, motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. But, you know, so looking at the stage show, you can't really tell. I mean, fucking Guar were the nicest guys in the world. That guy, Dave Brocky, I remember meeting him a couple times, and he was like... super nice guy, you know, so you can never really tell, but, you know, fuck him. Fuck Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, my boy's like Fred Durst, because he's an asshole like Manson.
Yeah, he's not. I don't know anything about Fred Durst.
He's a family man now. He's a father.
Yeah,
he's a family man now, bro.
Yeah.
The new album just came out, and it's...
he doesn't want to just break stuff?
No more. No, not no more, man. You know, it's kind of like he's getting a little softy.
Yeah.
You know?
It happens. You get old, you know?
I mean, I don't know, man. Korn. I mean, even though a lot of people don't like the new Korn stuff, still didn't get softy.
Yeah, no.
It's still fucking screaming.
Yeah, I haven't heard the new Korn stuff, but listen, I always got respect for Korn because I really do love that first record. Like, I was just like, fuck yes. I was like, you know, it was.
I mean, what was it, like a year and a half ago? They did a whole fucking tour based on the first record. They just played the first record.
Did they really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
For like I think it was like 2019.
I would have actually went to go.
They did a fucking tour for the first record.
Yeah.
You know, and they were even saying, they're like, wow, we don't even know what the fuck we did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It was like groundbreaking shit when that came out. And it was I don't know if you know the band Godflesh. It was like Godflesh, like for the masses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they were more or less like I don't know why I was gonna say this, but like a palleted fucking Fear Factory.
Yeah.
You know,
that first Fear Factory record too, man. I love that first Fear Factory record.
Yeah,
that was kind of groundbreaking shit.
That was good, man. But then once Demanufacturer came out, bro, to me that was it, dude. I was like,
yeah, it was, but it was a little. That's when it like got really polished. That first record though was so fucking filthy and just like
a lot of hardcore death metal dudes I know. It was like, hey, you listen to gay shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It's the first album. You were into it.
Yeah.
You know, like you listen to gay shit, dude. Like second album's gay.
Yeah, it's fun. A lot of my friends kind of turned on him once that Demanufacture came out also. But I mean, I like Demanufacture, and they did that remix album too.
I could not stand when they did remix albums.
Yeah, see, that was before like
what I don't know if like what was their record deal? Was that like fucking like just because they had so many albums on the till? Like
I don't know what that was, but it was in between Demon. It was kind of the lead up to Demanufacturer, I think, because it was like right after the first record.
Well, they did it all. They did it almost for every record. They did a remix album, of it for every record.
I kind of stopped paying attention after Demanufacture though. I was like,
the next one, fucking Obsolete.
Obsolete. Actually, I do remember Obsolete.
Man.
Obsolete was all right.
Just the fucking first track, bro. Just like shock.
Yeah.
Like just him screaming. It was like, whoa.
Yeah. A little polished for me, but
very polished. But you know what? Still, like the vocals were powerful.
Yeah, they were.
You know,
they were.
And I mean, it's really sad that he's not in the motherfucker no more.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
And I think Dino should fucking just
kill
it. You know, like dude, just kill it, bro.
Yeah, it's tough when you lose the fucking singer, man. It's just the way it is.
Because he said he got a new one.
Yeah,
got a new singer for it, but I'm like, you're gonna fuck shit up, man.
And somebody actually told me recently that he's really fucking good. So I'd be curious.
I don't care how good you are, dude. You're not fucking Fear Factory's vocalist, dude.
Yeah.
Well, to me, you're not.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I haven't heard good things about Dino. I don't know him though.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
There was that whole thing he had with Tommy Vex, but you don't know who'll believe when all that shit happened with all that fucking.
Well, I don't know, man. Well, Tommy fucking also was fucking Uncle Al fucking fucked him.
Oh yeah, did he say that?
Yeah, he said Uncle Al fucked him.
Yeah, I don't know. So much
I don't know. I'm not there, bro. But
Yeah,
I love listening to your damn stories.
Yeah. I like hearing them too.
Oh man, but we're already down. Oh Jesus Christ, my fucking the boss is like, what are you doing? Just go on the fucking YouTube and you'll see what I'm doing. She never fucking thinks about going online to see what I'm doing. She just keeps calling my phone, I'm not gonna answer you. While I'm doing the shit.
Listen, that's my girlfriend. She's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Listen, I'm one of two places usually. I'm home or I'm at Lucky 13." So
yeah. Exactly, bro. I mean, my wife, she knows where I'm fucking at. My wife knows where I'm at.
Yeah.
And then still, it's like, did you get there? Bro, you keep calling me. I'm not, because the GPS goes off when you call me.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we got to take this last question. Here we go.
Right.
Oh, well, my boy wants to know, what's your top 5 metal bands?
Top 5 metal bands. Godflesh, Today's the Day, Napalm Death, Obituary, and
I would throw your band in there.
yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thanks, man. We're not. That's not though. But I would say, I don't know. Who else would I say? I'd say maybe. I don't know.
It's not Limp Bizkit.
No, it's not Limp Bizkit. Black Sabbath, honestly.
Oh, there you go.
Just for being groundbreakers, you know what I mean? And like, but the Ozzy Black Sabbath.
What do you think about fucking? What do you think about fucking Sharon milking Ozzy like a fucking old rag?
Oh, the poor guy. Just put him out to pasture already. Let him just fucking do his thing. You know?
I mean, they had some guy come out and say that, like, yo, I did the backup, like the background vocals, because he couldn't really fucking sing live.
Yeah, no. I mean, he should be going, like, I don't know. I've watched, Jack has a fucking paranormal show. You know what I mean? Like, let Ozzy go do a guest appearance on the paranormal show once in a while. You know what I mean? It'll boost ratings for Jack. You know? So
Exactly. I mean, I don't know, man. What more can Ozzy do? I mean, I stopped listening to Ozzy after the No More Tears tour.
yeah, same. But that's about the same time I stopped listening to him. So.
Ozzy, you're not topping this, dude, and you're supposed to be gone after this.
Yeah. And anytime you saw him after that, like, seeing him on the Ozfest.
The show was cool.
Yeah, the show was cool, but he can only last for so long, too. When Ozzy comes on, it's only going to be an hour, tops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, he can't last that fucking long, so.
And I can imagine his age, his knees are probably gone after that fucking ATV accident.
Yeah,
He's all fucked up,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
So you're going to keep fucking sending him out there, bro. I mean, I don't know who's buying it, who's going out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
The last album he fucking did, what was he fucking did it with that fucking the fucking rapper kid? I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah, I know the one you're fucking talking about.
Oh god, he plays rock and shit, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, I think Zach should have fucking did the album, not you.
Yeah.
Or your
100%.
producer and shit, man.
100%. Like, come on, man. Like, you making him like, yeah, she's totally squeezing him. It fucking sucks.
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know, bro. I mean, Ozzy fucking.
Yeah.
Call it a fucking day, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised fucking, fucking Zach doesn't tell me, boss.
Yeah.
Don't you think you should just fucking enjoy the rest of the fucking time you got left here?
Yeah, man. I don't know. But Sharon's fucking the controller of that shit. But he also would not be where he is if it wasn't for her too, so.
Yeah, true. I mean, does he want to go out? I mean, God rest his dead with Lemmy, bro, but does he want to go out like Lemmy?
Yeah, no.
I mean, I wish Lemmy would have enjoyed.
Yeah.
Stop and enjoy the motherfucking time you got left.
You know what sucks though? The problem about it's funny, man. Thinking of Motorhead, like.
Oh, he says Post Malone.
Oh, Post Malone, yes, yeah. I saw some clip. Didn't he do a video too? Like, I think there was a video for it or something like that.
Some shit. I didn't even fucking listen to the album, bro. I'm not, dude.
I thought it was a joke. Like when somebody, like I heard something about it, and like, cause I don't really pay attention to anything mainstream. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden, like something like the Ozzy and Post Malone shit popped up, and I watched. I was like, what the fuck is this, man?
Yeah, and it's like they're like, oh, Zach's not doing the album. Post. I'm like, Post doing the album. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on.
But dude, but the thing about Motorhead though, like Motorhead finally hit that they're selling out big places. Like I saw Motorhead a whole bunch when I was younger, and it was always at small clubs. I mean, I think I saw them at like Continental or like small places.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Like they never were like they would always get booked on bigger shows. Like I saw them open up for like Alice in Chains, which was weird. Or I saw them on.
That should be the other way around, and I think Alice in Chains would think the same thing.
Yeah. But it was, back in the fucking, 90s, you know what I mean? Like the early 90s, like grunge was fucking huge. And they all loved metal, so some of them would pull metal bands on their stuff. And I remember seeing Motorhead open up for Alice in Chains. But I think finally, towards the end of Lemmy's career, like I saw Motorhead at Jones Beach, and it was like, holy shit, like Motorhead actually was able to headline. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
I mean, if you watch the documentary Ace of Spades, bro, it's like they were playing some big fucking joints, bro, at the end, man.
In Europe, at the end they were playing big places. But coming around the States, especially in like the 80s and shit like that, I guess it wasn't the size of the Continental, but I saw him at I think it was the Channel, this place in Boston, which is probably a little bit bigger than St. Vitus, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not so much, but I feel like Motorhead, he finally started making some really good fucking money, and then it was like, we'll pull your plug.
Yeah, he said he made a lot of money on the fucking because he wrote the lyrics to fucking to Mama I'm Coming Home.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he made a little bit of. He said he made a majority of his paper from that.
Right.
You know.
And I know he wasn't a materialistic guy. From when I know he lived in L.A. in that same apartment for years and years and years.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I went to the Rainbow. They got the statue there, whatever,
Yeah, I went and I saw that too, which was pretty cool.
Did a little quick, Jack and Coke right there, knocked it back and from,
Yeah.
I mean, that's one dude who should still be fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one guy who should still be fucking around, man.
And Ozzy should be too, but sitting in a recliner somewhere, fucking relaxing.
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
Sit by your pool, man. Get some exercise.
Like you said, do the fucking show with your son, man.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Like Peter Steele said when they were like, oh, why aren't you doing Carnival? Why are you doing that gay ass typo negative? Because it's something different.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep doing the same fucking shit.
Yeah. You got to change shit up.
Well, we're running out here. We got 2 hours, 13 minutes, man. You want to post promote anything? Anything you're doing?
Check out Eyes of the Sun. Hopefully we got something coming out soon. You can go on our Facebook page, Eyes of the Sun Band, or Eyes of the Sun. We're on Facebook. And come down to Lucky 13, man. That's about it. Keep an eye out. Hopefully we're going to be opening up somewhere else at some point. So.
Yeah, all you motherfuckers, man. You come to fucking New York, bro, Brooklyn area, bro. You better come over here, bro, and pay your respects.
Yeah, come by and do some drinking. If you want to pop in at Duff's, all right. But wear a Lucky 13 shirt when you walk in there, please.
Yeah, you'll see Peter Steele's bass in there, I think, bro. Yeah. But that's about it.
You know what sucks? We had a Peter Steele helmet in the old. But you know what sucks, man? Sometimes people fucking suck. We had a Peter Steele helmet that Melody got from Peter, and somebody stole it.
Really?
That got stolen. We had a couple really cool things get stolen.
Did you see it on eBay or some shit?
No, who the fuck knows? We had a couple really cool things.
You fucking see that shit in Duff's, bro. You know who did it.
Yeah. Well, there was, and there was that kind of conspiracy for a minute. I'm like, that motherfucker, I bet this fucking Jimmy's got in the basement of his fucking place. But I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, Scribble said, don't do coke, bro. Do speed. It's better for you.
Speed lasts too long, man. I can't.
Oh my God! Well, thank you for being on the show, man. Dude, I really appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
This I can say, and don't feel bad, Scribble, but this is my favorite fucking episode.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I mean,
I'm not sorry, Scribble.
All right, man. Well, all you motherfuckers know. Anywhere you want to check out Jeff, I'm gonna have everything in the description below for the podcast. All the locations, and everything. And we're gonna go out with the last track here. We got here. The last track is going to be Choke.
Yep.
Anything you want to say about the song Choke? Is it about choking a bitch?
No, the song's actually about fucking the food industry. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
A lot of this album, I was like at the height of my veganism at the time, and I was like, it was just all about how our fucking planet is going to shit.
It's fucking garbage food out there, bro.
And our food system and all that kind of shit. And it's kind of, That's
it tastes good, but it sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible for you. It's horrible for you. I was saying, man, that's why, I take all these, they everybody, whatever, man. I can get all sorts of all this shit with the FDA and all that kind of shit. Everything's fucking crazy.
Oh, man. Well, thank you very much for being on the show, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, well, this is Choke. And all you motherfuckers out there, go fucking try veganism for a little bit, bro. You'll feel better and your shit will fucking come out smooth.
And your farts don't stink.
Yeah, exactly. Peace out.
Later.